I think we should spend time away from each other when you're driving. It's for the best.
Visit StopTextStopWrecks.org. A message brought to you by the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration, Project Yellow Light, and the Ad Council.
Mario fue pintor más de 30 años. Cuando me dijo que se le estaban olvidando las cosas, fue difícil. Un día me dijeron que pintara el marco del lado por dentro y pinté el lado de afuera.
Yo le diría a la gente que le diga a su familia lo que está pasando con él.
Si algo se nota diferente, podría ser Alzheimer. Es momento de hablarlo. Visita alz.org/nuestras historias para saber más. Un mensaje de The Alzheimer's Association y The Ad Council.
How was your drive to school?
Let me tell you, I had to get my iced coffee first. I just can't seem to put it down. My favorite rapper just announced a tour. My phone was buzzing like crazy. I'm so excited. I had to text all my friends right then to talk about it. Then someone started calling me and...
Let's try that again.
I turned my phone off right away. I never drive distracted.
Visit StopTextStopWrecks.org. A message brought to you by the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration, Project Yellow Light, and the Ad Council.
My early Alzheimer's diagnosis was hard to take.
But it gave my mom and me more time to plan, together.
Talk to your family about seeing a doctor. Go to alz.org/time-to-talk. A message from the Alzheimer's Association and the Ad Council.
If you came across someone struggling with hunger, how would you recognize them?
By their clothes,
their age,
the way they speak.
Hunger can be hard to recognize. Learn why at IamHungerInAmerica.org. Brought to you by Feeding America, 200 Food Banks Strong, and the Ad Council.
Dance like a dad. It's a great way to make a moment with your kids.
First, I hold my hands out like they're on a steering wheel. Then I look over my shoulder. Next, I put it in reverse. Beep, beep, beep.
Visit fatherhood.gov. Brought to you by the U.S. Department of Health and Human Services and the Ad Council.
Finally, a good reason to have a smart house. Just say, Alexa, play 93.7 The Ticket, and we'll magically start playing. How's it work? Nobody knows. Don't ask questions.
Hey, it's me, your cell phone. We need to talk about something serious. I know you love me. I know you like using me wherever you are, but I feel like this isn't working out when you're driving. I know you may think that it's possible to focus both on me and the road, but I just don't feel the same way. I think we should spend time away from each other when you're driving. It's for the best.
Visit StopTextStopWrecks.org. A message brought to you by the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration, Project Yellow Light, and the Ad Council.
Hi, this is Pastor Tom. Did you know there's a place kids can seek out help when they're away from home and something goes wrong? They find themselves in a difficult spot or even a dangerous situation. Maybe another child is bullying them or a stranger is following them. Perhaps on a date and things just go bad. In Lincoln, here's where they can find help. It's called Safe Place. Safe Place is a national program for children taking place in thousands of cities across the United States. The People Seeding Mission is sponsoring this program in our community and has set up a number of businesses, fire stations, schools, and nonprofits around the city to become safe locations where kids can seek out help. They just need to look for the big yellow sign that says Safe Place on it. Then go inside and ask for help. We will be quickly connected to them and ensure they make it back home or to whatever resources are needed. If you'd like to find out more about Safe Place and ways in which you can get involved, just go to pcmlincoln.org. Remember, when we all do a little, we change a lot.
Okay, kids, Dad's gonna teach you how to dance. First, spread your feet apart. Then, pump your knee, nod your head, shake your hips, and bite your lip ever so slightly. Now, with one hand in the air, point at people with the other hand. I call that the rock star.
Dance like a dad. It's a great way to make a moment with your kids.
Now, make a face like it just smells something bad.
Visit fatherhood.gov. Brought to you by the U.S. Department of Health and Human Services and the Ad Council.
Alexa, play 93.7 The Ticket.
Okay, playing 93.7 The Ticket.
Alexa, turn down the lights.
Dimming the lights.
Alexa, order a pizza. The big one. All the toppings.
Are you sure that's a good idea?
Alexa.
That's a lot of pizza for just one man.
Alexa, just do it. Stop judging me, just do it.
As you wish.
Thanks, Alexa. You're my best friend.
1 in 3 adults has prediabetes. 1 in 3. That means it could be you, your football buddy, your football buddy, or you, your best man, your worst man, you, your dog walker, your cat jogger. While 1 in 3 adults has prediabetes, with early diagnosis, prediabetes can be reversed. Take the risk test at doihaveprediabetes.org. That's doihaveprediabetes.org.
Wait, did they just say 1 in 3 adults has prediabetes? That's 33.33333% of adults. That means it could be me, my boss, or my boss's boss, or me, my favorite sister, or my other sister. That's 7 members of my 21-person romantic book club. Wait, the 1 in 3 could be me, my karaoke partner Carol, or my karaoke enemy Jeff. I'm going to take the risk test at doihaveprediabetes.org.
Brought to you by the Ad Council and its Prediabetes Awareness Partners.
I get it, slip it, cuff it, check it twice a day.
I get it. Slip it, cuff it, check it in the morning and before dinner.
I get it. Slip it, cuff it, check it, and share it with my doctor.
Nearly 1 in 2 U.S. adults have high blood pressure. That's why it's important to self-monitor your blood pressure in 4 easy-to-remember steps. It starts with a monitor.
Now that I know my blood pressure numbers, I talked with my doctor. We're getting those numbers down.
Get it, slip it, cuff it, check it. Talk to doctor now and share it.
Be next to talk to your doctor about your blood pressure numbers. Get down with your blood pressure. Self-monitoring is power. Learn more at manageyourbp.org. Brought to you by the Ad Council, the American Heart Association, and the American Medical Association, in partnership with the Office of Minority Health and Health Resources and Services Administration.
My early Alzheimer's diagnosis was hard to take.
But it gave my mom and me more time to plan together.
Talk to your family about seeing a doctor. Go to alz.org/time to talk. A message from the Alzheimer's Association and the Ad Council.
This is Lincoln's home for sports talk on the FM dial. Also online at theticketfm.com. On the internet, KNTK FM Firth, 93.7 The Ticket.
If you become ill or injured at work and need an experienced attorney, call Liberty Law Group. The attorneys at Liberty Law Group will defend you in court, protect your rights and freedom to get you the best possible results for your case and the justice you deserve. Trust your rights and freedom to Liberty Law Group. Attorneys serving Nebraska and Iowa. Call them today at 877-404-5238. That's 877-404-5238. Or check them out online at libertylawgroup.com.
I think it's just vapor. Vaping is safer than smoking, isn't it?
There's really not even that much nicotine in them, right?
One vape pod has as much nicotine as 1 pack of cigarettes.
My kid
knows it's dangerous. 5.4 million American kids vape, and most think it's harmless. Get your head out of the cloud. Talk to your kid about vaping. Visit talkaboutvaping.org. That's talkaboutvaping.org. Brought to you by the American Lung Association and the Ad Council.
As an 18-year-old, I let my mistakes kind of take over my life. I was 0.5 credits away from completing high school, and I didn't do it.
10 years later, at age 28, Jackie finished her high school diploma.
When I found out that I was pregnant, I know that I had to do something for myself if I wanted to make her a better person and provide a better life for her. My family never stopped pushing for me to be better because they knew what I could become and who I could become as a person. My support team is amazing. The educational director, my sister, and even my 7-year-old daughter has just been more than the support that I could ask for. I've been given an opportunity, and I'm just thankful for it.
No one gets a diploma alone. If you're thinking of finishing your high school diploma, you have help. Find free adult education classes near you at finishyourdiploma.org. That's finishyourdiploma.org. Brought to you by the Dollar General Literacy Foundation and the Ad Council.
Wake up, Lincoln.
Come on, it's 6 o'clock. Rise and shine, rise and shine.
It's time for Early Break. Brought to you by Sand Hills Global. Live from Lincoln, America. Here's Jake Sorensen.
Did seem kind of meh.
Husker Online, Steve Sipple.
Surprisingly good.
And longtime college football assistant coach, Bill Bush.
I want to buy a couple ducks. I'm bringing 2 ducks to the office.
This is Early Break.
Good morning, Lincoln. A little different version of early break this morning. Jake Sorensen out. We got Steve Sipple on business, but we still got Bill Bush to my left. If you guys want to join in on the show, 402-464-5685. Before we get too far, again, Idle Chit Chat sponsored by 738 AG. Do you need seed chemical, fertilizer, someone to run the sprayer for you? 738 AG runs the whole show. Customer application included. Learn more about what Joey Robinson and the squad are doing at Bertrand and 738ag.com. Bill Bush, how's it going this morning, man?
Joey is out right now in the fields. He's walking the fields. Did you know that, Harrison?
Sounds like it.
He's out there walking the fields right now. He wore number 19 here at Nebraska, so slight education program for you. Incredible player. Now he's running a conglomerate out in western Nebraska, out in Bertrand. And so Joey, big fan. Joey had a suite for the whatchamacallit, the Savannah Bananas.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah, he had his own suite. That tells you something right there.
Yeah, I was at the Ozarks for that entire thing. I cannot believe the pandemonium that caused in Lincoln. I mean, I knew they were a traveling circus, but that was incredible scenes just from the pictures alone.
Yeah, it was. It was a pretty cool deal right there. But appreciate Joey and everything he does, obviously for the station and for everyone in western Nebraska too. So Harrison, what's your favorite Harrison? Is it Harrison Ford?
I think
Marvin
that's the
Harrison.
one I'm named
Who is
after. No joke, is Harrison Ford.
You're named after him?
I think that's where they got the idea.
That the idea?
Yeah.
I like that.
Yeah, very traditional. All my older brothers went with the super tradition. We got Everett, Houston, Sawyer, and I'm the youngest with Harrison.
I like that. That's pretty cool. What would be your favorite movie? Favorite Harrison movie, you think?
Oh,
Raiders
I don't
of the
know.
Lost Ark?
Yeah, maybe. I'll be honest. I'm not like I watched a ton of Harrison Ford. I'm not a big pop culture guy. So when it comes to movies, I couldn't tell you. Ultimate Shawshank Redemption. You can't go wrong with that one.
Yes, that's a great movie.
Mm-hmm.
I've seen it at least parts of it over 60 times. If the last part's going to be on, if the very last part when he breaks out, that whole thing, if I can catch that, I'm going to watch that whole thing.
Yep.
So I kind of enjoy that. Harrison's here. Sipple is out on emergency business. Jake, we know, is on vacation. He is in Crofton, heading north today. He's probably, I don't know if they're on the road yet today or not, but they're heading to the Black Hills to see his grandma. So a lot going on right there. What's going on? Anything going on in your personal life? You want to talk? We get very personal on the show.
Yeah, I remember I used to be the intern. So everyone who's a little bit familiar with my voice used to be the intern all the way back COVID time. So around 2020.
So you started this show basically. You're the big toe that kicked everything off.
Yeah, Big Sky was the big guy. And then I took over for Big Sky as the intern. And now we got Connor, who's doing a great job. But so if Moist is a little bit familiar.
Connor raised his hand as if people can see it, which was very nice. Connor did raise his hand during that time. You won't be able to see it, Harrison, but every comment that you make or any sort of statement that you make, Connor will either support or deny it with a facial expression. That's his big thing. It's just back there. And if Sipple's saying something he doesn't agree with, it's this or nods or he'll give you the stink eye. He does that a lot. And he's in a relationship. And so there's a lot of things going on in his life.
Well, hey, at least he's engaged.
Yes, yeah.
You need that for your interns.
He's not engaged, but he's got to hire a photographer. He's got he's been told that they do get engaged. There has to be a photographer following them around. So I hope you do it the same night you hire the photographer, because if something goes wrong that night, that's going to be kind of expensive for you, Connor. That's a good question to ask. We should find that out. Breakers, is there any photographer that'd be willing to follow Connor and Eve around when the night we think he's going to get engaged? Any breakers out there, please text in. The text number is
402-464-5685.
So please text in if anyone there was willing to help Connor out. Thank you guys so much. The breakers have come through. The prince of runs the Palace of Tires in Cortland. Ron Preston came through. Huge for us yesterday. And Glenn Galair was just here, just left. And Kaiser Painting dropped off a very sizable check also in support of the Pender Carnival. You're probably unaware of that mayhem right now, aren't you, Harrison, of what's going on in Pender?
I'm familiar with the Pender region, pretty close to my neck of the woods, but I'm not familiar with the Pender Carnival.
Yeah, the Pender Carnival, that goes down next week. So we have a huge kind of a breaker-based golf tournament. We're doing our show live from Pender next Friday. Then they're going to whisk Sipple and Jake off in a 1987, I think it's a Ford Bronco, I believe.
Oh, there you go.
And they're going to whisk them to the golf course. And so a lot of excitement going on. But the breakers have been donating unbelievable gifts. I know our law firm came through with $100 gift card to Misty. So it's just been phenomenal. So thank you very much, Breakers. And we're still open for business in case anybody else has some interest in helping out with the breaker-based tournament, golf tournament, which will be in Pender.
Perfect. And again, the stream's noticed we're seat short here with Sipple out on some business. So we'll give that seat to part of the text line today. You guys are welcome to join in. We do got Aaron chiming in. He says, good morning. He's shouting out his son. He's a young breaker. He just turned 17 today. Sounds like he's listening. He's lifting weights right now, but he wanted a happy birthday.
He's getting ripped up.
Yes.
I like that. 17. Harrison, we're trying really hard to build breakers. That's one of our extension programs that we do. And so we have people, any breaker that texts in or calls in, we try to see if we can get them to also text someone that day to build one more breaker. And it's went pretty well so far. So appreciate that. And we've got a lot of youth. We have a lot of 20-year-olds. Now we have 17. We have a lot of youth that listens to the show. So we're very, very humble and very thankful for the breakers out there.
Oh yeah, 100%. I remember when I got down here in Lincoln, early break. I mean, that's the morning show that everyone's tuning into. We got Bearded Ben chiming in. He says, Harrison, you and Bill get after it today. Appreciate that one as well. And then all the text lines off of YouTube.
And we are going to
Pender commercials.
What's that?
Whatever that means.
What's that?
We got someone's in. We feel like we're gonna get some Pender commercials coming after this one.
There probably will be.
There probably will
happen. The one thing that's going to be different for the show, because now, Harrison, the vibe of live radio has changed a little bit because of technology. It used to be call-in shows.
Yeah,
that doesn't exist much anymore. Everything seems to be very much text based. The information that comes in, which sometimes can get lost because we get if things are rolling on certain days like that. Jake's like, I can't even come close to reading these texts. Sometimes he's getting
you guys get
hundreds and hundreds of texts. So it's hard. But today we will open up the phone lines probably later on in the show for actual callers. We don't have many actual callers that call in. We just have such a great fan base that texts in. So we'll add to that so someone will get a chance to actually call in and somewhat make it their show for a minute. Yeah. Whatever their question might be, whatever is on their mind, what they would like to talk about would be something interesting as we go through our day.
Well said there. And I do want to get to Husker football. We also can get into the Pinnacle Bank reseeding as well. I think that'd be fair to do since that came through yesterday. But before we do any of that, Bill, what's going on in your life?
What's that?
Since this is the Idle Chit Chat segment.
It's Idle Chit Chat. Been very built. Well, yesterday, this will resonate well with the breakers like that. I had a meeting. Missing Tooth Greg came over to the house. He brought the Silver Bullet over, which is his pickup it has a topper on it, no windows. And we went over the logistics, the travel plans for Pender. And then Greg also brought over some trophies for the golf tournament. And then we went over a lot of things. So it's great to have Greg come over. Anytime Greg shows up, life gets better. I don't know if they'll work out for Friday or not. Maybe Greg will come down. He comes down and makes his breakfast quite often. So that was great. Laura, my wife, is out of town. She is flying to Austin, Texas. And finally, I asked her the route she was taking because I was a little confused like that. And the route she's taking is to Vegas. She's going to Vegas and then to Austin. So she's going to fly way further to go to Vegas and then back. So she's going to fly for about 8 hours today in what generally is about a 2-hour flight to get to Austin and go see her good friends, Fred and Donna. So it's just me and Sugar. And Sugar's my yellow lab. So we are kind of bachelors with a lot of other stuff going on right now. So
that's not bad though.
Yeah. So a lot of things. Harrison, where are you from? Tell people where the hometown you're from.
The good old Northeast Nebraska, Hartington, Nebraska.
Russ
Hookstein.
And that is one thing that is an ascending town. I was there. I've been there in the last maybe, 6 months or so. I've probably been there 10 times.
Yeah, it's beautiful.
Yeah, it really is. That I spoke up at Hartington Cedar Catholic for the Booster Bash. I spoke up there last August.
There you go.
So I did that. So that was fun like that.
At the gala?
What's that?
Was it the gala? Or
this wouldn't be considered. This would be more of a Booster Bash. This was about August 15th.
Okay.
Like a kickoff part. So it wasn't a gala. I'm not gala material. When you say gala, they don't call me for a gala. It's more of just, that's not, I don't fit into that very well. Do you know Brandon Ballard? Like that bank president from Plainview. Okay, but Brandon's my dad coached him at Plainview, and so that's how he's there. He's one of the pillars of the community now. But he's probably still an outsider because it is in small towns. You have to go back 100 years back to be on the inside. If you move in and live there for 50 years, you're still a move-in.
Yeah, it's some strong profiling going on in the small towns.
But how about the is it Skyview? Am I right?
Skylawn.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
Skylawn. It's all been redone.
Yeah, there's a lot going into that too. I don't know if you're all aware. Some legal issues.
Is there? I don't want to get. Let's not get into some legal issues.
I never passed my bar exam, so I won't speak
on
it. But
that new facility is really sweet.
It's beautiful.
Yeah, I'm a big fan of Hartington. If you want a vacation, spend a nice weekend, that would be the place you'd want to go.
So Jake's not here. Which better, Hartington or Crofton? Because he'll swear on his lungs that Crofton's the most beautiful small town.
I haven't spent as much. I don't.
There's a reason you haven't spent as much time in Crofton.
Well, I'm going to push back, and I don't know. I tell you what, it's going to have to go up for a debate because Crofton forever had Bogners, which was great. They're obviously much closer to the dam, so that makes Crofton puts them in a pretty sweet spot where they're at.
Yeah, but then tack on 20 minutes for us to get there.
Yeah,
but
so Crofton's got something to they're in the fight. So I'm going to tell you this: they're in it. So if there would be a debate, we'd have to have a whole board without. I don't feel good debating it without Sipple here with me to make a distinction. But Crofton's in the conversation.
We hold the county seat though, which I think that adds.
It does add
some weight to the city.
It does add. But didn't Crofton win like 20 girls basketball championships in a row?
Yeah, they had the Arnses, which is my last name. Unfortunately, I'm not related to those athletes.
Yeah, the same last name in the same area and not related. I don't think that's even humanly possible. Is it?
You want to hear something crazy? 6 Arnses in my class of 40, not related to a single one.
That can't be.
Well, I mean, if you want to go to like fifth cousin, sure, we'll get there. But yeah, unreal.
In your class, there was 6.
6 Arnses.
And no one related.
No, none of us related.
If the class for my graduating class in Pender had 6 Bushes in it and none of us were related, that'd be very odd.
Yeah, it's
pretty cool. So your name, when you say your name up there, everyone knows that name.
Yeah, I mean, it's there's Beckers, Arnses, Steffens. Feels like that's probably a massive part of the clan of Hartington. That's what you're going to run into.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Okay, that's a pretty good deal to know. You guys have a Baumgars?
We do have a Baumgars.
So and those are sweet.
They are.
My parents live in my mom had just passed, obviously, but my family in Shindaddy and Tamara, they live in Creighton. They have a Baumgars, and my dad goes every day. He's 91, every single day has the Baumgars. So it's pretty big deal. Other than that, not much going on in my life besides that, and we're just kind of in Pender mode a little bit for the big celebration up there. We got people flying in for the event. People are taking private planes into Pender to see the show and play in the golf tournament. So that's pretty cool.
That's big.
People driving from Kansas 6 hours away. So we're pretty pumped about having everybody up there. Yeah, it's kind of that's just the power of the Breakers. And you built this. You're the whole reason that I'm here. I'm not here without Harris. Everybody understand that? I'm not here without Harris. No chance.
I'll take that. With some honor there. I got to say, when did you join Early Break? How long have you been doing this now?
Gosh, pretty close to 3 years now, I think. I just, Sip and Jake, and Sip called me up to, I was giving him a hard time. I said, why don't you come into the show tomorrow? So I came in, did the show. And then Jake goes, I don't know. Do you want to come back tomorrow and be on the show again? I'm like, sure. I'm not doing anything because as Sip points out a lot, I don't have a job and I was unemployed. So I came back the next day and then I just never left. It's kind of that's how I got here. Was I just never left. And then by about the 4th day, they didn't even ask. I just showed back up the next day. And then eventually, I guess DP thought that I worked here. And so that's kind of how it got started. That was the deal. And I was not in any position to do a show on my own or anything of that nature because you have to have a Jake Sorensen doing all this stuff.
Right.
This part here is the easy part. That stuff is the complicated part. So that's why I make so I couldn't have done it without that. And then I'd been lifelong friends with Sipple. So I've known him for 30 plus years. So that also helped. And so now it became the 3-legged stool instead of just the 2 of them. So that's how I got on the show.
Oh, there you go. I was wondering because it's been a long time. And since it's crazy seeing how much like Early Break's grown since I got up in the intern and how many interns that we've gone through since then. But man, this place just keeps growing. And like seeing all the Breakers. Shout out to the Breakers. You guys' numbers. I'll go look at them on like the podcast Red Circle. Breakers are national.
Yeah, they're national.
Show,
we have all 50
states.
Everywhere. We have all 50 states, and usually every day we have at least 5 to 6 countries.
Yeah,
and then generally we've had like 20 countries. We get a lot of vacationers too. If there's anybody out there today, please text in. A lot of times they'll text in from Aruba or wherever they're at. They're listening to the show on the beach, and so that's really cool. But it has. I was pretty startled, Harrison, when I saw the numbers because I thought we had maybe like 30 to 40 people listening, and roughly within 6 blocks of Lincoln, and that's not the case. And where everything's changed, people always ask like, "Well, how did this happen?" It's real simple. It's the phone, and it's YouTube and it's the internet, because now the back in the day your popularity was what, just how far your signal went.
Yeah.
And so that's it. That wrapped it up. That was a deal. That's why all the powers were on the coast, because people could hear it. There'd be millions that could listen within that frame. Now everyone can listen outside of that. And so that's what's really cool. That's why we get so many listeners outside.
I got this before we go to our first break, and we'll get into the nitty-gritty details of recent events lately. But what's that like as a coach with social media being as loud as it is? Is that hard to like block off at all? Is it pretty easy just to turn X off?
It's pretty easy. It's pretty easy because but you have to do it. There's only one way for it to be easy, Harrison. Real simple. Completely eliminate it. Do not look at it. I mean, and so I was lucky. I didn't get on Twitter X until like 2 years ago when I was here. And so I wasn't on that. I didn't delve into that much in my recruiting. I take that back. I was on it for recruiting purposes only, right, but I wasn't tracking what people were saying or what was going on. But if you want to get on boards or that type of thing as a coach or a coach's wife or some family, like that, it can be no matter what, someone's not going to like you. And so it's up and down. But the only way to eliminate it is do not look at it. But if you delve into it, because the funny thing is that it takes no more than one person can tilt you.
Yeah.
Just one person can write one thing, and you're kind of like, well, what? And then the big thing usually is if someone is critical, it's like, yeah, they're critical. We didn't play good, so they're right. If it's sometimes you get a lot of things that aren't factual, that's what drives you nuts. When something's like, well, this is what I know, and they write something, and you want to, and you just know it's like, that is not true. That is not what happened whatsoever. Everybody has all these ideas of different things that have happened, with inside the walls over here. And so many times like that, he's just like going, that, I'll tell you one thing, maybe we didn't win enough games. Maybe this didn't happen, but that didn't happen. I'll tell you that because I was there. But things get thrown out randomly now, because back in the day, people were upset. It's a group of people maybe sitting in a bar, having coffee, having a conversation, and they left and went on their day. Or somebody would write into the newspaper once a week about something. Now you can anybody can comment, and it's actually heard. And so it's a bizarre world. So as a coach, you better not look at it at all.
What about for the players? Is that easy to get those guys? Because I know.
No, it's brutal.
Yeah.
It's brutal because players don't shut it off. Players are going to read. They're going to see it. And that's the issue that we fought so hard was sleep. And it's just so easy. I mean, you probably do it. I catch up on news late at night but you get in bed or whatever, and I'm going to bed. Then all of a sudden you're doing what? You're scrolling, and then 45 minutes has went past, and then next thing you know, your sleep pattern's all off. Mm-hmm. And so it's a hard thing to shut that down. The only person I know that's brilliant at it right now is my daughter. She's going to be a senior at East. She goes to bed super early, phone's off. I mean, and she's like done. She checks out like at 8:30, nothing's on, and she wakes up great. So it's a pretty cool deal, but it's very hard for all athletes. But at the same time, you're also in a very cool spot, being a Division I athlete or whatever you are. So that's not a bad deal either.
Yeah, no, and I do think there's a certain part of the younger generation that's like figuring it out too. They're aware of the problems that they're going to have. So some of them are better about getting off that stuff than others. Before we go to break here, we do got Bolt. He says, for the Breakers, going to Pender next week. He says, welcome to my hometown. Have a great time. So Bolt actually from the Pender region.
Pender's from that. That's Dave T. Bolt. Played stand-up outside linebacker. Sometimes we'd shift him down to a 3 technique. No, sometimes we would drop him into coverage. But one of the all-time great athletes from Pender.
And then we also have Rick Heyman chiming in here. Our very own Rick Heyman.
Our very own Rick Heyman, who has donated an incredible watch. Rick, if you want to do 2 watches, that'd be great. Also, it'd get you double the free advertising. That'd be fun. But Rick's been an advertiser forever. Rick helps. Was he with you guys back in the 19s? Was he still?
Yeah, I got to meet him a handful of times. He used to come in for Song of the Day. I can't remember which day of the week it was, but he'd give his own rating as well.
Gotcha. Rick would rate his own. Heyman would rate his own song.
Yeah, I think he'd always. I think. Well, actually, no, you're right. He would bring in his own song. I don't think he gave a rating. It was always a 10 if he did.
Everything was a 10. Yeah, so it's going to be that. So, but Rick's been great to the show, and we appreciate the donation very much for the pin prize that you gave.
Absolutely. And before we go to break here, if you're hungry for breakfast, brunch, or lunch in downtown Lincoln, Bill, where should the Breakers go?
The Bird.
Open right now.
Early bird.
Open right
Breakfast
now.
Bird.
2 p.m. daily. Breakfast nachos, breakfast tacos,
Parking
waffles,
is incredible.
French toast, pancakes, and the world's famous hash hole. So there you go. Early bird. You can go there. They are open right now all the way through 2 p.m. and I got some great options there for you. Don't go anywhere. We got segment number 2 of Early Break coming up next. We got Bill Bush, myself, Harrison Arns.
This is something new.
This is something new for the breakers. They're holding our hands through this.
Well, yeah, no, just we're on time. Usually we break it at 6:44.
Let me look at Jake's
No,
notes
the notes are right. I'm just telling you that's when by the time we get done with idle chit chat, some sort of sports, some sort of thing. Usually it's about 6:44, and that's what puts us behind the rest of the day. We've never been on time. Connor, make a note of this. Write it up to the date when this happened. We were actually on time. And Harrison did it for us.
Yeah,
That's
we're
what we
running a
needed.
tight ship here.
Yeah, tight ship. Thank you very much.
Don't go anywhere.
We'll be right back,
rolling.
guys.
You're listening to Early Break with Steve Sipple, Jake Sorensen, and Bill Bush. Sponsored by Sandhills Global on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Ever look at your house and think, ouch, it's stuck in the past? Or realize that your kitchen needs a new everything? Like thousands of homeowners, you can simply call SprayNet Lincoln. Their patented spray system and paint delivers a flawless factory finish. No mess, done in a day, and cost-effective. It looks just like new, including your vinyl. And it's all backed by their 15-year no-peel warranty. SprayNet Lincoln, custom chemistry and smarter painting. Google SprayNet Lincoln or call them now at 402-383-3336 or email ching@spray-net.com.
You started your business to build something special. Now it's time to grow and protect it. At Pinnacle Bank, our treasury management services help you do just that. Through smarter payment technology, account administration, and fraud protection. So no matter the size of your business, you can get the most out of your financial operations. Request your free consultation at pinbank.com/consult. Pinnacle Bank, the way banking should be. Member FDIC.
Lincoln is full of great golf courses in a state that is getting national recognition for exceptional golf. Friend Country Club is worth the drive, just 40 minutes from Lincoln and home to one of the state's most respected 9-hole courses. Enjoy their restaurant with popular items like a 14-ounce ribeye, 10-ounce sirloin, or chicken fried steak. Open Thursday through Saturday from 5:30 to 10 p.m. Expand your horizons with a trip to Friend Country Club, just 40 minutes southwest of Lincoln. It's worth a visit.
Hi, it's Sean Callahan here with Koppel Chevrolet GMC in Louisville. Koppel is proud to be the highest-rated GMC dealer in the Omaha and Lincoln areas based on Google reviews. Right now, get 0% financing for 60 months on new Silverado and Sierra 1500 models. But hurry, the 0% financing offer won't last long. Visit us in Louisville or check us out online at koppelcars.com.
When something breaks, you want someone you can trust to fix it right. Empire Repair is now open in Waverly and ready to serve our community with reliable auto repair and maintenance. From routine service to bigger repairs, our team is here to keep you on the road. Stop by Empire Repair in Waverly or call 402-786-2224 to schedule your service today. Empire Repair, proud to serve Waverly.
Hey, Jake, you know what I love almost as much as the Big Red?
Big scores on the field?
Good guess, but nope.
Big spikes on the court?
Love those too, but I'm thinking food. Like those big, budget-friendly portions you find at Buzzard Billy's.
Now you're talking. I love Buzzard Billy's. I love the shrimp po' boys and the blackened chicken.
You almost always find me enjoying gumbo.
Big plays, big scores, big wins, Big Red. Yep, love them all, especially
those big portions that are budget-friendly. Only at Buzzard Billy's, A-Market.
Hey there, this is Paul Scheel, owner of High Electric. I want to thank our friends and loyal customers and introduce High Electric to those looking for a new electrician. We've been serving the Lincoln and Omaha area for over 30 years, from design to install, upgrades, and repair. If you are a homeowner or a small business needing some electrical work, call us at 402-466-6606 or check us out at hyelectric.com. We look forward to hearing from you.
When your business is ready for its next move, I'm here to help make it happen. I'm Corey Vandeweghe, Commercial Loan Officer at Midwest Bank on 70th and Pioneers Boulevard. Lincoln is full of bold ideas and hardworking business owners, and I'm proud to support the people driving that progress. Whether you're launching something new or investing in growth, I'll work with you to find lending solutions that move your business forward. Swing in anytime. I'd love to hear what you're building. Your community, your bank, Midwest Bank. Member FDIC.
At Anderson Ford, we offer a 5-day return or exchange policy, so you can make sure the vehicle you choose is the best vehicle for you. No pressure. Right now, lease a 2026 Ford F-150 for $198 per month for 36 months. Experience better at Anderson Ford. Stock number 1008623, $198 per month lease for 36 months with approved credit, 7,500 miles per year, 14,000 with signing. No security deposit required. Tax, title, and license fees extra. Residency restrictions apply. Program subject to change. Must take new retail delivery from Anderson Auto Group by 7/6/26.
1 in 3 adults has prediabetes. 1 in 3. That means it could be you, your football buddy, your football buddy, or you, your best man, your worst man, you, your dog walker, your cat jogger. While 1 in 3 adults has prediabetes, with early diagnosis, prediabetes can be reversed. Take the risk test at doihaveprediabetes.org. That's doihaveprediabetes.org.
Wait, did they just say 1 in 3 adults has prediabetes? That's 33.33333% of adults. That means it could be me, my boss, or my boss's boss, or me, my favorite sister, or my other sister. That's 7 members of my 21-person romantic book club. Wait, the 1 in 3 could be me, my karaoke partner Carol, or my karaoke enemy Jeff. I'm going to take the risk test at doihaveprediabetes.org.
Brought to you by the Ad Council and its Prediabetes Awareness Partners.
This, I'm not on drugs, I'm not drunk,
is Early Break. Weekday mornings from 6 to 8 on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Welcome back in segment number 2, early break. Just myself, Harrison Arns, and Bill Bush. Nebraska's Apple Store is at Computer Hardware in Lincoln, just south of 70th and O.
Triptastic.
And also in Kearney, Hastings, and GI, so Grand Island. So see Trip and learn the team in Lincoln for all your computer, phone, and watch needs. 46 years in business. Computer Hardware, aging gracefully, sponsored by Treads Central Tire Pros as well. So there you have it. And let's get into the Sorsby stuff. We had his agent speak up on it, trying to shift blame. Was a little bit of him trying to point some fingers at Cincinnati. Before we get into the audio quotes, because we do have stuff from his agent, Bill Bush, I do want to get where you're landing. I don't know where you entirely felt on Sorsby and Texas Tech throughout the entire circus. I left for the Ozarks. He was in. I got back from the Ozarks. He's back out. They mutually parted ways.
We were all pretty staunch on that should not be playing. That's been there was not one of us thought, well, it's no big deal. And, Sipple hit hard on the integrity of the game piece, which was the most important when it was being compared to, well, other people do bad things. This was a different type of a penalty. When it first came out that the allegations and basically it was admitted. It wasn't just allegation. They admitted it.
Yeah.
And then when it went into treatment, did all those things right away. My first say was he will never play. Because there's this kind of a Mount Rushmore of errors you can make, and probably the highest one you can make is gambling on your own team, and you cannot use he bet on his own team to win. Still insider information.
Took the unders too, which should be an extra slap on the wrist, taking the under on your own guys.
Yeah, and so it's a bizarre story. So no one felt that. So when it came back that he was, the injunction came in or the ruling came in. That he was going to be eligible. We were floored by it. I was floored by it. And then as it kept going, I know we also were pretty much believers on the show that we didn't think that he would play. It was just going to be too much. And the pushback was so hard. And then when your own conference sued you.
Yeah.
It was it was on the table. I read that last night. It was on the table that the Big 12 was going to basically keep them out of the championship game and maybe somewhere in the neighborhood of $40 million in fines. And so in your own conference that's just never a good thing. So and then there was the press conference where the AD spoke.
Well, they're all sitting facing the camera.
The AD spoke. Joey McGuire spoke. Why am I saying his name like that? With Double Eagle Energy that spoke also. And so it was a bad scene. And then the thing that came up the most with me, Harrison, was to figure out, it's like best thing he can have happen is for his mental health but I can't imagine that's good for your mental health to be thrown into that kind of gauntlet. I mean, that was going to be rough, and on the road was going to be rough. And it It was going to be one of the lead stories every year. Every week? What did Texas Tech do this week? And if they made a run in the playoffs, it was going to be a huge storyline. So in the end, everybody got it right, is how I see it. Is that they got it right? But the big piece now with this story, I think, is going to be incredible with the agent coming out and just saying that they knew about it, and that they being Cincinnati and did nothing about it. If that gets through somehow there's factual information that they had information about that will be a story. It'll be another incredible 30 for 30 story is what it'll be.
Well, let's hear it. Sourceby's agent on again, he's on why Cincinnati should also be punished alongside at Texas Tech.
Are some of these details that you're alluding to not already out, the entire story?
You have to be careful of some things just because of all the people involved, and the people I feel worse for besides Brendan is Texas Tech. And I know they might have, I think where they messed up was they talked too much, but nobody knew any of this about Brendan. Nobody knew when he was in the portal this was happening. I mean, Brendan probably should have gone in the draft in January, right? If we would have known, but nobody knew. So the people at Tech have been great, very supportive. Joy McGuire, I think, is one of the best human beings on the planet. He's a lot of head coaches are transactional. He is not. And they didn't do anything wrong here. If anybody should be questioned or be catching heat, it should be Cincinnati, because they knew for 2 years and never said anything and didn't do anything about it. So
yeah,
that's the part of the story that gets lost. And again, it's like, this is a 22-year-old kid who doesn't drink, doesn't smoke. He's had 2 girlfriends his entire life. He's at church every Sunday. He's a great human being. And I guess his biggest fault might be he's too giving. When I say that, his involvement with some of his friends and the predatory world of gambling, where you turn 18 and, deposit $5, you get a free 100. And every single show on TV and every single radio show, everything is sponsored by a gambling site. So it's a scary world we're living in. And we, these kids have all been raised now with phones in their hands. So it's real easy to get on an app and place a bet. So there's so much more to it, and it'll come out.
Well, the interesting part there, just imagine if you're walking around Harrison, if you're just kind of whipping through the NCAA halls, you work for the NCAA or wherever you're at, and all of a sudden on a big screen TV, this pops up. It's like, whoa, what do you say? Cincinnati knows everything. I mean, the scrutiny on Cincinnati right now will be insane. Will absolutely be insane. And they'll go back and they'll look at Indiana on some things also, because he bet on Indiana when he was at Indiana.
Yeah, and that one hasn't been brought up a ton.
Yeah,
there's no
been all
hard
Cincinnati.
evidence, but
Yeah,
it's
been Cincinnati. But when someone comes out and just says, I'm sure it's like, okay, Brandon, tell me what's going on. Yeah, oh yeah, Cincinnati. Yeah, they were aware. They knew. If that comes out and they were aware and didn't do anything, that's a tough one. That is when people lose jobs. That's when people lose jobs. And so, like I said, it's a very interesting dynamic. Once again, there's something about it that makes it good that it happened, because I think that it'll also raise a lot of awareness to it. Because just remember, Iowa State lost players, and their level of gambling wasn't anywhere close to what this was. But there's been a couple of situations now. And so hopefully they're not wrong when they say that it's everywhere, and the access to gambling it's just insane. I mean, if you were at that age, you would have to work very hard back in the 80s to gamble. You have to find a bookie. You got to find someone.
On site somewhere.
Yeah, you have to find some way to do it. Now, when it's just so easy to do, just so easy just to be like going, yeah, I place a couple $10 bets every day, and I bet on this. Then all of a sudden it's like, well, I do kind of know what's going on. I'm watching film every day. I have an idea what this team's like and what this team's like, of what I think is going to probably happen on Saturday. And so it's very interesting. But what happens at Cincinnati, there'll be more to it. This won't go away at Cincinnati. There'll be some findings, and this will go deep into that. And then that is when generally, if someone finds out instantly right now that you knew, they're gone. And there's no like, well, I knew, but I wasn't sure what to do. If you had some inclination that your starting quarterback was gambling and you didn't do or say anything, that will be a very tough situation.
Are you more likely to currently believe that that agent's telling the truth about Cincinnati knowing, or do you think that he's just saving face for his guy?
No, because I don't think there's really much of face saving. I think
Yeah, that's a good point.
his client is guilty of gambling.
Yeah.
There's no way around that. One doesn't matter. That's what it is. But what he's trying to help right now is Texas Tech a little bit. That they're saying Tech didn't know about it.
Yeah, they found out,
and then they acted on it when this happened. Where Cincinnati knew about it and never acted on it. I have a hard time believing it's not true. But now the level of it, when someone says that Cincinnati knew, well, that could be anybody. That could be like an assistant trainer. You can say, well, Todd Schmenge, he knew. But who else? Well, he's the only one I know. And he was an assistant trainer or someone that worked at the dining hall, whatever. That's still Cincinnati. So the question is going to be is, did the head football coach know? Did the athletic director know? Did anyone in support of that, any of those people know? Because those will all be career-ending decisions. If they can go backwards and they have some sort of idea, then say, yes, that they definitely knew. And it might be a situation as much as maybe Sorsby asked for help. Maybe I don't know. That'd be a stretch. Maybe he's like going, I need some help here. I think I'm in over my head on some stuff.
Mm-hmm. It's one of those unfortunate things because, like, I think Texas Tech was in the wrong for trying to make it work. I think once you figure out that information, you can kind of see what the repercussions are going to be down the road. If Cincinnati did know, they should have spoke up as well. But at the same time, like, the agent isn't wrong, where I do think he hit the nail head on. When you're watching every sporting event and it's sponsored by BetMGM, Kalshi, Polymarket, you can go on and on. DraftKings, there's so many of them. And then you got that fine line where the kids aren't allowed to do it, but it's constantly projected. Everyone around their sport is talking about gambling, betting. They're not allowed to touch it. And then it got to the point where they were going to maybe allow them to bet on pro sports. There's just way too many avenues for insider trading. And we're just kind of forcing a lot of this on the younger generation, at least talking about it constantly, where you don't have to be a genius. You can go look at like gambling numbers in youth. Kids are smart enough today to figure out a VPN to gamble online without being a legal age. Like, it's a little bit of a plague on the younger generation. So the worst thing is, like, I don't
What if the numbers are? I wonder if there is gambling up on college students up 50, 60%. That's what I would guess it was, because gambling happened when I was in college. You knew about the people that would, but it would be something, odd. Usually it was like people would bet on maybe an NFL game. There is no gambling on, no one was betting on Nebraska Wesleyan Doan, the odds and what that was. Maybe something in between somebody, but there was gambling, but there was work to do it. There was heavy work to be able to get it done. Where now it has to be up 50, 60% on college campuses. But you're the youth, and so you'd probably know that better. But I'd say it's insane right now.
Yeah, I'll tell you right now, I'm in too many group chats where everyone's sending me their parlays.
Eh.
Like, it's pretty widespread, and like I get to the point where I'm like a 1-800-bets-off kind of guy. Listen, you're a grown adult, you can do what you want with your money.
Yeah.
But like, I just get annoyed with that stuff because you know how many times I see it's like, just one more and it would have hit, and I'm like, yeah, if you said that for 5 years,
just so
I think
close.
you're under.
Yes.
But we get to Scott, Minnesota, saying, you used to have to go to Vegas, put a little bit of money on your favorite team to win a World Series or a Super Bowl, and go home feeling a little sinful. It was glorious. Yeah, now today you can be sinful anytime of the day.
That was
you
the
want.
cool thing about going to Vegas.
Yeah,
it was like, hey, what can you do? Hey, we can bet on a sports game or something like that. You go to the sports book, and that was a big deal to have to be able to that you could do that. I was always, like I said, that was the one thing that, because you knew in coaching also, it's like, okay, you knew exactly we could do that. Can you go to the horse races? Yes. Can you bet on this? So you didn't even have those conversations of any sort of what was going on. But today that they're in the middle of it, and I guarantee you that right now there's people that are terrified. There's people out there right now that have bet, that are going like, is this ever going to come back on me? And it's just hopefully through this monster of a story, something it helps somebody not make this mistake again.
Yeah, and I feel unfortunate that I think we'll probably see a few more cases of this, because I think it really has just gotten that widespread with the gambling. Some people probably didn't get caught. All speculation there, but for how widespread it is, not super confident that this is the last time we'll see something like this. We got John in Southeast Carolina saying it's everyone's fault except Sorsby. I think he's talking about the agent. You can't spin that one, referring to what the agent was saying. And then Wyatt from Atlanta wants to know, Bill, can you bring a flag prize for the team who comes in last place at Pender? What's the flag prize?
I don't know what that flag prize can be, but there will be a flag prize for that. Yes, I guarantee you'll have a pin prize for that. So if it's something you want to donate, we're all for that. Yes, but I'm sure we'll have something. We're going to have several flights, so there's a chance to be competitive. So sometimes it's like, well, all of a sudden there'll be a team, Harrison, you ever been to playing? Do you golf, Harrison?
Yeah.
Sometimes you'll play in a scramble, and there'll be a team that's all of a sudden, so they're 22 under or whatever it is like that. So we're going to flight everybody. So you're going to have your chance to be able to be successful in the tournament. Because sometimes it's like, oh yeah, well, had to shoot like 30 under to win. It's like, that's crazy talk. So we'll have it flighted out. So it'll be a little more fun, a little more competitive, and just show, thank Greg. Thank Missing Tooth Greg. He's done a lot of work. He's helped with prizes, and he has done a lot of trophies too. He's gotten some incredible trophies for the winners of these flights.
Let's get a little bit of pushback from text line. Buffetson once says, I don't buy it's advertised everywhere, which was my take. He says, if I die of a heart attack, my wife can't sue whoever. That I saw too many fast food commercials, a little too many people try to find excuses. He just made a big mistake. He's in the wrong. But I do think having sports gambling put everywhere around, you're just inviting the problem.
Oh, he's in the wrong. Yeah, I know. I'm with him on the fact that you don't get a claim that it's like, well, it's just everywhere. So that's the deal. It's like, well, yeah. So a lot of things are everywhere that are legal.
Yeah.
So I'm with him on that. And I think everyone kind of thinks that way. I think they're just stating that also it's a different world of how easy it can happen. But no, well, because we've brought up on air numerous times, Harrison, when in a team meeting, you have about an hour meeting on gambling, and it's intense. And it's not run by the associate athletic director. It's run by the NCAA, and they come in and you sign a contract that makes sure that says that you are 100% aware of what gambling does to your eligibility, everything. So it is so hammered. It's not like, well, I wasn't sure if we could. I thought we could gamble if it's just betting the overs or unders, or I thought we could gamble if it was not our team. Or I thought, no, it's so crystal clear. The meetings are intense. That's why I said it's on the Mount Rushmore of errors. So anytime that he made the mistake just because it was easy, no, you don't get that as an out. It's just kind of an awareness, just so people know. But no, there's no out for it.
It's kind of amazing that I got that far. I didn't realize that the players have to sign a contract. That
they're
fully aware
it is signed off that you were in the presentation. And if you missed that day for injury or something else, it was well documented that the director of football operations be like, hey, we had 3 guys miss the gambling section because of injury or something, some reason that they were gone. They had to be in. They had to be able to see it, whether it was on a video or whatever. It was so intense. And it was like you're sitting there. It is like scared straight. It's like oh man, do not touch this. Do not touch this. So every year this was going on at Cincinnati or at Indiana or whatever. He was sitting in meetings that was telling him exactly, you cannot do this.
Unreal. Got that far to begin with. Let's get to one more. Joel in Wisconsin says the agent said that nobody knew, and then turned around and said Cincinnati knew. Which one is it?
He just said nobody knew at Texas Tech.
Right.
If I heard it right. He said no
just
one
within
knew.
that quote. I don't know if there's another point earlier that I'm not familiar with, but in that quote right there.
My question is that I don't know if they asked him. Did they ask the agent? Did you know when you were representing him at Cincinnati? Were you aware of it?
Had to been, I would think.
So that's an odd one too. If he's the one that is representing him and he's taking him from Cincinnati. And he's taking him to Texas Tech, and then he knows. That'd be the question I'd love to hear. I'd love to know. When was he made aware of this? Was it like, well, I didn't know one thing about this until 2 months into his Texas Tech tenure that I was made aware of this. And somewhere I don't know wherever it dropped at, it dropped. Texas Tech must have had maybe like a 1-day notice.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, this is going national, and within those 12 hours, they had him in rehab. And it was a master plan by the lawyer. It's like, hey, by the time it came out, you couldn't speak to him. He was already in rehab.
Yeah.
And so it was a great plan that they had, but they acted very swiftly on a plan.
We have this later, but since we're on Towards Me Now, do you think anyone's willing to take him in a supplemental draft and lose a pick the following year in that round for it?
Well, I listened to something on this yesterday, and it was in my thoughts already, but is that the NFL they will be the scrutiny on this. If you think it was big in college, the NFL, oh man, is that they live off of people betting on football, and so that means the game has to be legit. And so the integrity of the game they will not take this lightly. It won't be like, this isn't one of those deals where Terrell Pryor went in a supplemental draft and he got free tattoos. That's not even really thought of. That's like, okay, I'm sure the commissioner's going to talk to you about ethical, whatever, and move on. Not this one. This is going to be an intense, and there's been times when people have went from college to NFL and they've had some of the like suspensions or whatever upheld in the NFL, but it will not be an easy transition that way into it. So I guarantee you that Goodell and his team has been, just understand, if you draft him, that there's probably been some things laid out of what's going to happen. But if you have a chance to get somebody that, they, being the pundit, said last year, they probably wouldn't have been a first-round draft pick, but probably high second.
Yeah, I think
and
so.
Now you have a chance to get a second-round quarterback that maybe you have to think would be the first maybe one of the top quarterbacks this year. So this year he probably would have been a first-rounder this year, and you can maybe get that for a sixth round. That's someone's going to say, I'm going to take that. I'm going to take that shot, and they'll dive deep into the rest of his life. His agent laid out what a good person he is, without having the gambling addiction. So they'll delve into that really hard. So they might have a chance to look at that very closely. But the NFL will scrutinize this like no other, and look at it and just say that when this will get vetted beyond belief by their part. But somebody will take a chance on him, because if you have a chance for a seventh rounder to be that, the other thing that you have to think about too, which when you listen to other information is that he was the number one sought after quarterback in the portal. He was number one. So he ends up at Texas Tech. So if you're the number one sought after quarterback in the portal, that probably means that you have some value in the NFL.
I think if it does, it'll be late. I'm with you there. I don't think we'll see him in a UFL jersey, or definitely not a CFL jersey, because the CFL, once you're there, they'll really try to get you in those long-term deals to keep you there. I think there will be a team willing to take a risk on it. Maybe it's the Browns again, taking another quarterback. I have no idea which.
That was a funny meme.
Did
you see that meme with the Browns, all the quarterbacks lined up, and then taking him also? It's pretty funny. It was like they had like 9 quarterbacks.
Well, Deshaun Watson's on his last year, so they got a role to fill there, I guess. But nonetheless, we got to go to break. We do have Song of the Day coming up next. It is my choice of song, so we'll see.
You selected this. Let's make sure this is crystal clear that you selected this song.
Yeah, it's not Kid Cudi. I know that was the one I did last day as the intern. It did not go well with the fan base, as you can imagine.
We prefer to do songs in the 70s. Is it a 70s song?
No.
You laugh about that. That's that. Connor, let him know when we prefer to have our songs in the 70s. At least me and Sipple do. Not all the breakers do.
I think, to be fair, I think you'll like the one coming up here.
All right,
so I'm going to set it up. I'm confident. I think it'll
give it a shot.
Don't go anywhere. Song of the Day, early break coming up next.
You're listening to Early Break with Steve Sipple, Jake Sorensen, and Bill Bush. Sponsored by Sandhills Global on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Nebco is hiring CDL drivers for Ready Mixed Concrete in Lincoln and Palmyra. Ready Mixed offers great pay, medical and retirement benefits, paid time off, and they cover the cost of CDL training. Apply with Ready Mixed Concrete today to be eligible for a $2,500 hiring bonus. From Nebco's beginning in 1908, it's the employees that have formed the company's solid foundation. Start your career today with Ready Mixed Concrete. Visit nebcoinc.com. That's NEBCOINC.com.
Are you ready for a new opportunity? Check out Sandhills Global. Join a dynamic team where your skills are valued and your career can soar. We offer full-time positions with a 4.5-day work week, competitive pay, excellent benefits, and a positive work environment. From IT and marketing to sales and finance, we're looking for talented individuals just like you. Apply today at sandhills.jobs and take the first step towards an exciting future. That's sandhills.jobs. Don't wait, apply now.
At Anderson Ford, we offer a 5-day return or exchange policy, so you can make sure the vehicle you choose is the best vehicle for you. No pressure. Right now, lease a 2026 Ford F-150 for $198 per month for 36 months. Experience better at Anderson Ford. Stock number 1008623, 198 per month lease for 36 months with approved credit, 7,500 miles per year, 14,000 to its signing. No security deposit required. Tax, title, and license fees extra. Residency restrictions apply. Program subject to change. Must take new retail delivery from Anderson Auto Group by 7/6/26.
Where there's smoke, there's flavor, and there's plenty of it at the Smokehouse at Super Savor and Russ's Market. Award-winning old world recipes made in Lincoln since 1984 with many flavors of smoked sausage and brats to choose from. The Smokehouse has something special for every season: brats and sausages for the grill, beef sticks and beef jerky for snacking, and smoked salmon, smoked turkey, or smoked hams for your holiday feast. Stop by the Smokehouse at Super Savor and Russ's Market today to fulfill your search for real flavor.
When your business is ready for its next move, I'm here to help make it happen. I'm Corey Vandeweghe, Commercial Loan Officer at Midwest Bank on 70th and Pioneers Boulevard. Lincoln is full of bold ideas and hardworking business owners, and I'm proud to support the people driving that progress. Whether you're launching something new or investing in growth, I'll work with you to find lending solutions that move your business forward. Swing in anytime. I'd love to hear what you're building. Your community, your bank, Midwest Bank, member FDIC.
93.7 The Ticket is Lincoln's home for Kansas City Royals baseball in 2026. Catch all the action as Bobby Witt Jr., Salvador Perez, Vinny Pasquantino, and a pitching rotation led by Cole Reagans try to lead the Royals back to the postseason. That's Kansas City Royals baseball all summer long. On the air in Lincoln at 93.7 The Ticket.
Ever look at your house and think, ouch, it's stuck in the past? Or realize that your kitchen needs a new everything? Like thousands of homeowners, you can simply call SprayNet Lincoln. Their patented spray system and paint delivers a flawless factory finish. No mess, done in a day, and cost-effective. It looks just like new, including your vinyl. And it's all backed by their 15-year no-peel warranty. SprayNet Lincoln, custom chemistry and smarter painting. Google SprayNet Lincoln or call them now at 402-383-3336 or email ching@spray-net.com.
Bauer Underground has been serving local contractors and utility contractors all across the state since 1997. When you see the black and white trucks, you know that the best workers in the business have arrived. Bauer is currently looking for equipment operators, laborers, diesel mechanics, and aerial linemen. Join the brotherhood built on hard work, authentic people, and a pedigree of success. They're offering top-notch benefits, a matching 401k, and a $600 per year clothing allowance. Bauer Underground, a family-friendly company with plenty of room for advancement.
Hi, it's Sean Callahan here with Koppel Chevrolet GMC in Louisville. Koppel is proud to be the highest-rated GMC dealer in the Omaha and Lincoln areas based on Google reviews. Right now, get 0% financing for 60 months on new Silverado and Sierra 1500 models. But hurry, the 0% financing offer won't last long. Visit us in Louisville or check us out online at koppelcars.com.
Hi, Charlie Stone again, and Andy Goodyear with Honda of Lincoln will be joining me shortly to talk about a milestone accomplishment at Honda of Lincoln. But before I talk to Andy, I'd like to add a comment of my own. I know you have a lot of choices when buying a new or pre-owned vehicle. It was just announced that Honda of Lincoln is once again the winner for the Lincoln's Choice Award for new car dealers. It's not easy to win that award because it's all based on the highest level of customer satisfaction. I think Honda of Lincoln really is your best choice. Now let's talk to Andy.
Thanks, Charlie, and thanks for your kind words.
Andy, tell us what it takes to win an award like this.
Will do, Charlie. It's about being customer focused. Our sales and service team have been with us for a long time, and every day, all they focus on is a 100% customer satisfaction. It's really that simple.
Maybe it's time you experience the best. The Honda of Lincoln way of doing business. 27th and Yankee Hill Road or online at hondaoflincoln.com.
Big value and big flavor meet at Wings and Rings thanks to the all-new delicious Duo Combo. This is the one you've been waiting for. Get one half-sized appetizer and 2 entrees with a side for only $19.99. Bring a friend for the best deal in town on any day of the week, during game time, or whenever the heck you want. Their made-to-order wings and chicken sandwiches are waiting for you at their 68th and O and 40th and Old Cheney location. Stop by Wings and Rings and celebrate every day with the best meal deal in town.
This is Lincoln's home for sports talk on the FM dial. Also online at theticketfm.com.
On the internet.
KNTK FM Firth, 93.7 The Ticket.
I would not keep it on, but it's very well done. And so there's a lot of layers to it that I do respect. What year was it? Can you tell me what year that was?
Oh,
by
I'd have
chance?
to Google what year that was.
No, that's okay. So, but that song, I've heard it,
78. So there you go.
1,000
70s.
times. It's still in the 70s. I get a lot of respect for it. So for the 70s song and for the respect of it, I can get it to 601. I get it to a 601.
Really?
Yeah, I get it to a 601.
That's disappointing.
And 601, and that's extremely high, Harrison, for yes. Because I would not keep it on this station, even though it's a 70s song, which is hard for me. But I would think this. I think Jake would be somewhere in this close. Sipple would be in the 8s. Sipple would be higher than me on this. He'd be in the 8s. And I think Connor will have some sort of crazy comment, but he's going to somewhat like it. 7-2. 8-2. Okay.
Guitar part in the end is what always gets me. Yeah, I wanted to get the guitar solo at the very end there, but
You sound like
5-minute
you
song.
sound like Rick Heyman right now. Heyman is always on. He destroys Jake that he doesn't play. But Heyman will send in a 9-minute song and want us to play it all.
Yeah,
he will do that. But that's where I'm at with it. I'm okay. But it's solid, and I do like, and I have great appreciation for it. So I'm not coming after Dire Straits in any way.
What's the? I'm a bit surprised by this. What's the highest score you've ever given?
Oh, I've given 10s. Yeah, I've given 10s before.
Do you know the song?
I don't remember the song, but it'll be. I mean, it just hits you, and you'll know it. It's like that. There is a when it hits me in Sipple hard. Yeah, there's a lot of joy in our face. Like this one, if you notice, I was doing what? I was listening hard to try to come up with some positives. That's what I was listening hard for, and very, very hard for. But anyway, go ahead to the text line. What do we got?
All right, we got Robert in Bixby. He says 9.2. We got Robert in Lincoln, 8.9. 8.75 from Shim in Hallam. We got Dirty J in Friends, 7.9.
Dirty J.
Thomas in Lincoln says better than a Jake's, 8.7. Bird in Columbus gives it a 9. Bill in Bennett, 7.9. Caleb gives it a 7.7. Mike, 8.5. 9.3 from Kansas Randy. 7.5 from Wink in Kansas City. A 9.91. Big Bird in Columbus.
So
8.9.
Big Bird now that's Bird's dad. Are you aware of that? So we just had Bird, then we had Big Bird. So that's his dad, and I'm sure is he doing fitness? And is he doing fitness at the Y right now? Usually he texts in and says that what he's doing at the time.
He is doing fitness at the Y.
Fitness at the Y. That's our guy.
We got another 7, 8, 7. Seems like the ballpark's anywhere between 8 and 9.
You killed it with the breakers. I was a little bit lower. Connor was high. If I'm you, I'm feeling very good about myself right now, Harrison.
You do have some people on your side. We got 313. It says 6.01 is way too high. Song goes nowhere. 3. And then Houston. This one might be my brother. He gives it a 9.1.
We get a lot of your brother's listening.
Yeah, Houston. He lives in Lincoln. So
Houston lives in Lincoln.
Uh-huh.
I like that. But no matter what, there's been songs that we thought were just ridiculous, and we've had them in the mid-9s, and somebody will have them at a 2.5. So that's what's great about music. It doesn't hit everybody the same. That's the whole deal. And so if you get that many good numbers, you crushed it, Harrison.
Yeah, let's see here. And off of YouTube, see all you guys as well.
Yeah, better do that because Jake forgets the YouTube people all the time, and they get livid. He gets so mad. Bolt gets mad. Do we hear from Gavin at all? Pender?
I have not.
Oh,
maybe he is, but
he might be
vacationing.
vacationing. He's been on a golf bender.
Oh, there you go. It's perfect time of year for it. I'll read this one off of YouTube because he's got the Bears logo on there. He's got 10 all-time classic from Brent, and then we got another 8.8 from a Mighty Mouse, and
the Mouse
8.2 from Nashville Husker. All right. With that being said, we'll go ahead, turn over to our next break here, a little bit over top of the hour. So don't go anywhere. Early break. Harrison Arns, Bill Bush, 93.7 Ticket, ticketfm.com. We'll talk to you in a bit.
You're listening to Early Break with Steve Sipple, Jake Sorensen, and Bill Bush. Sponsored by Sandhills Global on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Constructors is now hiring for all positions with pay starting at 23 and up based on experience. Constructors has immediate job openings for mechanics, bridge builders, operators, and drivers. Start your new career today. Constructors offer great pay, health, dental, and vision, paid time off, paid holidays, and so much more. Join the crew today and be a part of Nebraska's oldest paving company dating back to 1908. For a complete list of openings and to apply online, visit constructorslincoln.com.
At Anderson Ford, we offer a 5-day return or exchange policy, so you can make sure the vehicle you choose is the best vehicle for you. No pressure. Right now, lease a 2026 Ford F-150 for $198 per month for 36 months. Experience better at Anderson Ford. Stock number 1008623, $198 per month lease for 36 months with approved credit, 7,500 miles per year, 14,000 with signing. No security deposit required. Tax, title, and license fees extra. Residency restrictions apply. Program subject to change. Must take new retail delivery from Anderson Auto Group by 7/6/26.
Is there anything worse than paying for something that's done half-assed? You buy something, you want it to work, especially when it comes to your internet. When you're trying to stream a movie, work from home, or shop online, half-assed internet doesn't get it done. At Allo Fiber, we don't do anything half-assed. We offer 100% real fiber and real human support that serves the community from the community. So while others may say they have fiber, in the end, there's half-fast fiber, and then there's Allo Fiber. Allo Fiber, internet built for you.
Bauer Underground has been serving local contractors and utility contractors all across the state since 1997. When you see the black and white trucks, you know that the best workers in the business have arrived. Bauer is currently looking for equipment operators, laborers, diesel mechanics, and aerial linemen. Join the brotherhood built on hard work, authentic people, and a pedigree of success. They're offering top-notch benefits, a matching 401k, and a $600 per year clothing allowance. Bauer Underground, a family-friendly company with plenty of room for advancement.
Are you ready for a new opportunity? Check out Sandhills Global. Join a dynamic team where your skills are valued and your career can soar. We offer full-time positions with a 4.5-day work week, competitive pay, excellent benefits, and a positive work environment. From IT and marketing to sales and finance, we're looking for talented individuals like you. Apply today at sandhills.jobs and take the first step towards an exciting future. That's sandhills.jobs. Don't wait, apply now.
At Schwezo Construction, safety isn't just a policy, it's a promise. Build with us. Work safe, go home proud. We're hiring skilled craftsmen, laborers, concrete workers, and steel erectors who value quality work and a team that has your back, on and off the job site. If you're ready to be part of a company where your safety and success come first, visit Schwezo.com. That's SCHWISOW.com and apply today. Schwezo Construction, 40 years strong and still building the future.
Transform your watch party into a full fan experience. Benny's Battle Barge from Arbor Axe House is the mobile axe throwing trailer designed for fans who want more than just to watch from the sidelines. Step into a lane and go head-to-head while the game plays on screen. It's safe, fun, and perfect for groups who take their sports and their competition seriously. Upgrade your fan headquarters today. Charter the barge at arboraxe.com or call 402-802-9696. Arbor Axe House at the corner of N Street and Antelope Valley.
You started your business to build something special. Now it's time to grow and protect it. At Pinnacle Bank, our treasury management services help you do just that. Through smarter payment technology, account administration, and fraud protection. So no matter the size of your business, you can get the most out of your financial operations. Request your free consultation at pinbank.com/consult. Pinnacle Bank, the way banking should be. Member FDIC.
When something breaks, you want someone you can trust to fix it right. Empire Repair is now open in Waverly and ready to serve our community with reliable auto repair and maintenance. From routine service to bigger repairs, our team is here to keep you on the road. Stop by Empire Repair in Waverly or call 402-786-2224 to schedule your service today. Empire Repair, proud to serve Waverly.
93.7 The Ticket is Lincoln's home for Kansas City Royals baseball in 2026. Catch all the action as Bobby Witt Jr., Salvador Perez, Vinny Pasquantino, and a pitching rotation led by Cole Reagans try to lead the Royals back to the postseason. That's Kansas City Royals baseball all summer long. On the air in Lincoln at 93.7 The Ticket.
Howdy.
You can't ride that horse in here. This is a convenience store.
It's okay. I'm here to buy Nebraska Lottery Pony Payout scratch tickets. I heard they're giving away 480 horses. Easy, Rusty.
Actually, it's a 480 horsepower sports car. Just enter non-winning Pony Payout scratch tickets online for a chance to win.
Well, I'll take some of them pony payouts.
And a dozen donuts.
Huh? Rusty, no, you're on a diet.
Pony Payout, top prize odds 1 in 120,000.
Wake up, Lincoln.
I overslept. Damn rooster didn't crow.
It's time for Early Break, sponsored by Pinnacle Bank. live from Lincoln, America. Here's 93.7 The Ticket's Jake Sorensen.
I'm wrong, but I'm not.
Husker Online, Steve Sipple.
If I were a feral cat.
And longtime college football assistant coach, Bill Bush.
You get one team. Mine's the Houston Oilers. I'm not the Texans, and I'm not the Titans, so I'm out.
This is Early Break.
Welcome back in hour number 2 of Early Break. Myself, Harrison Arns, and we got Bill Bush to my left. We got Jake and Sipple out on business, but the show goes on. Hour 2 sponsored by Pinnacle Bank, who have a special mortgage loan promotion now through June 30th. If you apply for a new home mortgage on a refi with Chris Lauer, Adam Lenzen, and Martin Lyon at Pinnacle Bank, you'll get a round of golf at 4 at Tatanka Golf Club. Is that the one?
What's that?
Tatanka Golf Club.
What's
you been
that?
there?
It's your Ohia golf course, and it's Tatanka
Golf Club in northeast
Ohio
Nebraska.
Casino. Yes,
that
Tatanka
includes
golf.
2 carts and a 2-room, 1-night stay at Ohia Casino. $250 towards your closing cost at Pinnacle Bank, equal housing lender, member FDIC. Shout out Pinnacle Bank for sponsoring our number 2.
They're saving a lot of money, Harrison, for people across the world right now. So Pinnacle Bank is doing.
They really are.
Yeah, it's unbelievable. Yeah, it's unbelievable. What else is going on at Pinnacle Bank?
Reseating for
Pinnacle
season
Bank
ticket holders.
Arena. Do you know that Brian Morrow of Pinnacle Bank is the one who runs the arena? He's the vice president over there, and he's the one who has the keys to the bank. I mean, to the arena. So he goes over there every day, opens it up, make sure everyone gets in okay. They start doing it, whether it be maintenance, whether people that have offices there. He runs that, and then he has to whisk himself over back to Pinnacle Bank and do banking all day. Then at the end of the day, heads back over to the arena and locks everything up.
That's awesome because that place is beautiful.
Yeah, it's an unbelievable place. So thank you to Brian Morrow for getting that done. That is very, very cool of him to do. So what's going on over at PBA?
Yeah, so a little bit, I know me, Connor, and you were kind of talking about yesterday via text, but similar to the Bob situation. So the way it's going forward for the 27-28 season, Nebraska men's basketball, they're going to have a complete reselling of season ticket holders, and it's kind of going to go based on Husker priority points is the name that they're giving it. Basically, how much are you a funder booster for the program? If you're giving a lot to it, you'll get some priority points to it. That's how they're going to do things. I know a lot of people were somewhat disgruntled when it kind of came around at the Bob, but where do you sit on this? Obviously, with the success of not winning 1 tourney games, but 2, a little bit more bang for buck on these season ticket prices is what I imagine what they're thinking, but it is going to be a full resale with priority points taking it first.
Well, at the Bob, I'm not overly familiar with. I mean, I know of it, but I didn't delve into it. But I know this. It was a very sensitive subject here on the show with softball and with baseball for the season ticket holders for regionals. For regionals, that was a big. It didn't go over well. It was not. It didn't sit well. We had season ticket holders that were on the radio with us. That was not. But now at the same time, awesome. Connor, can you let someone in the door, please? Also, with that being said, there's some people that are very excited because they're going like, "Hey, I can upgrade my tickets, so I can get better tickets." So there's still some that are be excited about it. So I don't know the full extent of this one, but yes, it's always that one went really rough because there was people that had season tickets, for in baseball that were there, like they talked about in March in horrible weather, and then they weren't the first ones with options to repurchase their seats for the regional game. And that was baseball and softball. So anyway, it's always going to create a little bit of a fuss.
Mm-hmm.
There's going to be there's always going to be a little bit of like, I've been I've been buying these tickets when you couldn't give them away. And then I have been and all of a sudden I'm going to lose my tickets because somebody else is going to take them just because they have more. Basically they're a booster.
Mm-hmm.
So that's where the line gets drawn. And that is a fine line, but it's happened forever. This isn't a new concept by anyone, but it doesn't sit well, especially in this fan base of just someone that has just been, like I said, there might be somebody that since that arena opened bought those tickets. We have 4 tickets here. We've had them forever, and that's our deal. And then all of a sudden we're going to get bumped or I have to give. You probably have the option. Well, you can keep them, but we're going to need this much money in donation. And then when you were the lone wolf, when you sat there when all of a sudden, you're getting crushed, and say it's one of Fred's early years and they won 7 games and they're still paying for their season tickets. That's where the rub comes.
Yeah, and I should say if you got a suite, you're sitting all right. Those won't, but even the courtside and club seating are going to be included in that re-seating. So it's pretty much the whole shebang outside of those suites, and that's where it does stink because I've been to a lot of those Nebraska basketball games. They've been brutal in some of the past years. It'd be nice if it's like, all right, hey, we're going to do this, but soak up like the next 2 years because it's happening. Because like, again, like they just finally got to see a good team for the longest time. And now they might be priced out of seeing the team that they supported and had to suffer through. And I get the business side behind it, but it would be nice to push it down. The regionals was different because that was happening. And regionals, I felt like, listen, we're just maybe not used to hosting regionals for our programs, but that one seems pretty normal. This one, it happens everywhere. A 2-year notice, I think, would be a little nicer.
The priority points is somewhat misleading because you don't have to have any priority points. You can call up today and say, I would like 2 tickets on the floor. And what will that cost me? This is the number you need to be at to do that. I will do that. Then all of a sudden now you have the priority points.
Yeah.
And so this is not banked points. This isn't like back in the day, if the fans, we had a big segment on this, on Bill's Thrills, on green stamps. They used to give out green stamps at like grocery stores and different stores, and you put them in a book and you saved them. Those were banked, meaning that I've been saving green stamps for about 3 years, and that banked them. This isn't. So right now, somebody that is not a season ticket holder at all can call in today and say, are these tickets? Well, yeah, right now everything is up for is open auction, right?
Yeah.
And so I would like 4 tickets, 10 rows up on the center court. Okay, what is the cost of that? If you give us this much, this is how many priority points you'll have to get you in that spot. And then the question is, do they get to lock them in then? So if you give this money, do you get locked? Say, yeah, this is locked in now for 6 years, or can they? Is this like next year? They go to the Elite Eight. Do they redo it all again?
Mm-hmm.
Or so how long is that time? I don't know that. I'm not sure how that happens or how that functions. But it's a pretty a neat dynamic. There's people that will be very upset. The social media, all the posts are all ugly. It's not a friendly post about this. There's some people who are very happy about this, going, "Oh, I have always wanted to have that shot." But the part that hits home the hardest is those that are loyal fans and didn't give above and beyond, but they bought their season tickets, are the ones. A lot of them will be the ones that get outed.
Yeah.
And that's where the rub is.
We'll get to the text line here.
Yes, we'd love to hear
a little
from the
bit.
people.
1147 says ticket holders will not get the opportunity to pay more and keep their seats. It's all up for grabs. I think more what you're saying is like if you call them, you can probably find a number.
Oh, there'll be.
It's all up for grabs. Like you don't get dibs on it to call first.
Yeah,
if you call them, you might be able to find a number.
Okay, so he said that. So you don't have the option right now of keeping your tickets.
No matter what.
No matter what.
You have to rebid or rebuy those tickets.
Yeah, I understand, but my question would be if it's you and you have 4 tickets right now,
correct,
mid court, 11 rows up, can you call them and say, I want to keep those 4? What's the points? What's the cost? And if they're like, well, here's the cost, okay, that's fine. Then you get to keep those 4. Or can somebody else just call in and just say, okay, no, I want those. It's
somebody else can call in and beat me
and beat those. Okay,
yeah, I'm not going to get the first. I get what you're saying, but yeah, no. So if you are one
also
of those
there
people,
is such a history, especially Memorial Stadium, of people that just my grandpa got these tickets back in the 50s. We've had 2 tickets in the north end zone since 1961, and all of a sudden they don't have 2 tickets in that, or they've been moved or something changes. That will but that's forever. That's going to bother someone forever. And honestly, it should bother them. If somebody's not bothered by it, even if the general person is kind of like, it's like, it still bothers me a little bit. It's gonna help me. There's somebody sitting here listening to the show and goes, this is really going to help me because I'm going to have some sweet seats next year that somebody else had, and I'm going to get their seats, and I like that.
We got Kent here on the text line as well. He says, we are Nebraska with the greatest fans. Administration work needs to find a better fan-friendly option, not just the excuse that everyone does it. And that's where this fine line of college sports has become such business-like. Like, listen, that $600 million stadium isn't going to renovate itself. Northwestern's putting up, what's theirs, $800 million. NIL, some of these football rosters are anywhere between $20 to $50 million. There's so much of a need for money for a lot of these stuff that I don't think the fans always win these battles anymore, even if it's the right thing to do. And it's unfortunate. I don't disagree with the texters that I think it would be just the right thing. But because it is kind of an arms race on how much money do you have in your athletic department, I think that's what's driving.
And they have the opportunity to do it right now. Right now, if you made this a big campaign for this right now at Kansas State, how's it going? No one cares.
Yeah.
No one cares. It'd be going there like people saying, okay, your seats are up for sale, but don't worry about it. There's nobody calling in. No one's bidding on your seats. No one cares. There's a lot of places where there's not. This happens to be a place that filled it, did awful good, even when they weren't playing real good. I went to some games when I first came back here in Nebraska, was struggling. There'd be quite the crowd, which and it is something because it is the best fan base in the country. I don't think there's any place that can have the football sellout, and then also with the roughness of how rough football had been, to have things held together with basketball, to see what softball like, what's baseball like, what no one compares in to volleyball.
Yeah, they're playing at Wrigley Field, Jerry's World, AT&T State.
Nothing compares, and it's one
Center.
big fan base that just says this is what we do. And so there is outsiders now that don't even have tickets at PBA. They have no horse in the race, and they're mad just because they're going, this doesn't even affect me. I live in Imperial. I don't even go to the basketball games, but I don't like this.
Mm-hmm.
There's going to be that piece in that fan, but then there's going to be somebody that's going to be, like I said, it's going to be hold it, because the big thing is there's those seats that are around. How many times you see watching that Knicks game or the Lakers play or the other teams play, and what do you see? All of a sudden you're looking around, you see like all these famous people there. People like that. There's some people that like to be courtside. And before, I was like, I can't get that. Oh, yes, you can. You can now. And here's what it costs to do that. So it's probably going to be a very big financial moneymaker for them.
Yeah, and I wonder, if the problem is we got to start winning games. How much is that money going to help? Because we've got unknown texter said season tickets for basketball 17 years in the same seats in the arena since it opened. Says this is the result of needing cash to stay competitive with NIL. The worst case scenario is Nebraska goes out there and they've done well recruiting. They've kind of missed on some bigger guys, but at least they're getting into the top 10, sometimes even the top 5s on some of these bigger recruits. But I'd imagine if Nebraska basketball doesn't put together another competitive season and you're taking in that extra cash with the reseeding, then there's an even more bitter taste in all the fans' mouths.
Oh, yeah. If you have a complete reseeding, everything gets booked up, you make a lot of money, and for some reason next season does not go well at all. That
pressure too.
Yeah, so there's added pressure with that, but that's normal. There's anytime you're in sports, you're in pressure. So that's just the way it goes. But again, if you also on the other hand, if you sit there and you're in Nebraska administration and you say like that, we're not doing anything, I don't know if that's smart either. Because you do have to have, if you have a time to be able to get more income, you need the income. And so that is, it's a tough, if someone said, what do you want, Bill? I'm like going, I want the fans that have had seats forever to keep those. And that's what I want. But I also understand the other side of it very quickly.
Yeah. And these are, I'm going to bring a text line into this because I like hearing these stories of like how long some of these season tickets. And that's
what we want to hear from right now. I want to hear from season ticket holders at PBA.
This one, 3427. Grandpa, he got season tickets in the mid 60s, transferred them to his dad, and then sat by the same people at Devaney and PBA, sat through the disaster seasons while the people who paid for courtside seats no-showed. Pretty sure I'm going to get screwed on season tickets. And like, those are the people I feel for. I mean, he's going all the way back to, that's generations of handing out season tickets.
I don't know how I think there should be something to that. If you can go back and track that, and you can sit down and just say, let's go back and track this. We go all the way back to the Coliseum.
Yeah.
And then we went to Devaney, right? And then we went to PBA. And we've been there the whole time with these 8 people, whatever it is. And all of a sudden, we're the ones they're going to get outed. Mm-hmm. There has to be some sort of a historical base, too. If somebody's had season tickets for 1 year and they get moved, that doesn't alarm me as much. It really doesn't. It's somebody that's been there for just time and time again it really bothers me.
Yeah, and then Scott, Minnesota, it's reseed after next season. So not the 26-27, the 27-28 is when this is going to take place. So for those who have it, you got another year to sit out and ride with it. But it is going to be on the coming up there. So if you're one of those season ticket holders, you just got to be aware. And I mean, how normal is this in other sports? This is just kind of one of those things in Nebraska because basketball, baseball, softball's had some good years, but just haven't had a lot of success. And that we're just freaking out, or is this pretty normal across other athletic departments where they're pretty frequently reselling those season ticket holders?
Yeah, I don't know how much I have seen it, but like I said, the one thing you have to have going on is you have to have success. The only reason that they could bring this up as a campaign is because of the Sweet 16.
Right.
I mean, even if this team went to the NCAA tournament and got beat by 40 in the first round, I don't know if they're making this statement right now. I don't know, but because of winning a couple games and then having a great chance also to be in the Elite Eight, I think that's what builds it. Obviously, like I said, win a national championship next year in football and just see what you can do. It'll be crazy the stuff that you can do with the seats inside. Right now, it'd be tough, wouldn't it, in Memorial Stadium to say we are reseeding everything? It's kind of like, well, things haven't been real good. But volleyball's been able to do it. They've done it in volleyball, right? And I haven't heard much pushback on the volleyball.
There was some pushback. We got,
I'm sure there was.
The other bill. That's exactly what happened with volleyball. Season ticket holders since 1977 sat in the A section with the other call season ticket holders since they moved to Bob, and now we are in section C. So I'd imagine he must have reinvested to get in there or just got moved over. But volleyball, there was not as much pushback. I think that maybe just the press release
probably
handled
the
it a
fact
little bit better.
that they were always a top 5 team.
Yeah, it makes a little bit more sense that you're
also
paying more.
Hey, we're a top 5 team, and that makes a difference when it's success year after year.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, right now Nebraska volleyball is a program that is national championship or bust.
Yeah, I guess there's that part where you weren't like feeling bad. I mean, you felt bad for the fans. I had to re-get those, but like they got to watch greatness. They weren't sitting there watching misery and still supporting the program. Now I think they would, but volleyball's just been that good. It never came to that. For basketball, it's like you feel like that from the 60s from the one texter, you feel like they deserve a pat on the back because you were trying to give those things out.
Well, me and Sipple, like I said, we bring up all the old names all the time, and we followed it like it was like they were the Lakers. And then a lot of those teams we were talking about, they didn't even make the tournament. And they were like, oh yeah, we're talking about, Carr and McPipe and all these old names, and like, oh man, they were just beloved by us. And the teams weren't. Like I said, they didn't win a tournament game, obviously, and a lot of times they didn't even go to the tournament, but they were still beloved. So volleyball's been, they're on a ridiculous pace, because even this year, losing, as they did, that was crushing. There was nobody that wasn't going to be in Kansas City.
Yeah.
I mean, it was going to be a takeover amongst all like you've never seen before, but Nebraska is simply in volleyball, they are a national championship or bust team, which is awesome. And I don't think that Coach Busboom would like it any other way, because that's fun to be on that end of it. You much rather win the pressure to win it all than you do to be like going, yeah, we're not really, we're just hoping to be somewhere to win a couple games in the conference tournament or something.
Yeah, and they're sitting in a good business now. For anyone who's been following Jalen Reyes, the recruiting coordinator and also the associate head coach now, it pays off to have that resume, and also helps when you're playing at Jerry's World, Wrigley's Field. You're kind of the staple of what modern volleyball can monetize to. Their recruiting class has been pretty unreal through the class of 27 and 28. So with that being said, though, we are already up to our next break. Don't go anywhere. We'll keep things rolling. 93.7 The Ticket. Myself, Bill Bush. We'll talk to you guys on the other side.
You're listening to Early Break with Steve Sipple, Jake Sorensen, and Bill Bush. Sponsored by Pinnacle Bank on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Unearth the secret to long-lasting tires at Tread's Central Tire Pros, a league apart in commitment, service, and expertise. This isn't just about rubber meeting the road, but trust, safety, and surety converging in perfect harmony. This is where expectations are exceeded every time. Make your appointment today at Tread Central Tire Pros, just south of Cortland on Highway 77, or visit our website to explore our services. Remember, when it comes to tires, choose Tread Central Tire Pros, because we tread differently.
Lincoln's go-to for fun isn't new. It's a place that's been a staple of the city for years and is only getting better. Matson's Bowling and Billiards always has open bowling available with no long lines, unlike other centers. They have live music almost every weekend and great food at EJ's Bar and Lounge, with seating for 150 people. They have popular meals like the EJ Burger, pizza for the whole family, and famous EJ's Wings. Contact Sarah to book a party for friends, coworkers, or family at Matson's Bowling and Billiards, just south of 48th and Holdridge.
Concrete Industries has immediate openings for production laborers, operators, and drivers. Earn great pay starting at $21.50 per hour, plus health benefits, 401k, paid time off, and more. Right now, production laborers can earn a $1,500 hiring bonus, and drivers are eligible for a $2,500 hiring bonus. No experience? No problem. Concrete Industries offers on-the-job training and opportunities to grow your career. Start your future today. Visit concreteindustries.com.
At Anderson Ford, we offer a 5-day return or exchange policy, so you can make sure the vehicle you choose is the best vehicle for you. No pressure. Right now, lease a 2026 Ford F-150 for $198 per month for 36 months. Experience better at Anderson Ford. Stock number 1008623, $198 per month lease for 36 months with approved credit, 7,500 miles per year, 14,000 with signing. No security deposit required. Tax, title, and license fees extra. Residency restrictions apply. Program subject to change. Must take new retail delivery from Anderson Auto Group by 7/6/26.
Is there anything worse than paying for something that's done half-assed? You buy something, you want it to work, especially when it comes to your internet. When you're trying to stream a movie, work from home, or shop online, half-assed internet doesn't get it done. At Allo Fiber, we don't do anything half-assed. We offer 100% real fiber and real human support that serves the community from the community. So while others may say they have fiber, in the end, there's half-fast fiber, and then there's Allo Fiber. Allo Fiber, internet built for you.
It takes hard work to ensure safe and improved streets. Here in Lincoln, hundreds of planners, engineers, and construction professionals come together to improve and strengthen our avenues, streets, boulevards, and parkways, ensuring that our infrastructure keeps us all moving safely from point A to point B. Take a look at all Lincoln's upcoming street projects at lincoln.ne.gov/textlnk and get text updates by texting a project keyword to 91896. Routes navigating around construction are also updating live on the free Waze app. Let's keep moving, Lincoln. We're routing for you. If you're seeking a career with a growing company, Gaina Trucking and Excavating is hiring and looking for additions to their team. Gaina Trucking has a strong team culture, competitive pay, 401ks, and benefits like health, dental, and vision. Drivers are guaranteed 40 hours per week, even in the winter months, and are home every night. Start your career today at Gaina Trucking and Excavating. Apply today at GainaTrucking.com.
Where there's smoke, there's flavor, and there's plenty of it at the Smokehouse at Super Saver and Russ's Market. Award-winning old world recipes made in Lincoln since 1984 with many flavors of smoked sausage and brats to choose from. The Smokehouse has something special for every season: brats and sausages for the grill, beef sticks and beef jerky for snacking, and smoked salmon, smoked turkey, or smoked hams for your holiday feast. Stop by the Smokehouse at Super Saver and Russ's Market today to fulfill your search for real flavor.
Things that impair you come in many different shapes and sizes. Some are the shape of beer and liquor bottles. Others look like cigarettes but aren't cigarettes at all. These are the things we know impair us, the things our parents warned us about. What we're not always aware of is our new prescription, or the over-the-counter medicine we picked up just for allergies or a bad cold. See, it doesn't just matter how much of a substance you take. If you are impaired, driving is deceptively dangerous. Don't drive impaired. Paid for by the NDOT Highway Safety Office.
Transform your watch party into a full fan experience. Benny's Battle Barge from Arbor Axe House is the mobile axe throwing trailer designed for fans who want more than just to watch from the sidelines. Step into a lane and go head-to-head while the game plays on screen. It's safe, fun, and perfect for groups who take their sports and their competition seriously. Upgrade your fan headquarters today. Charter the barge at arbораxe.com or call 402-802-9696. Arbor Axe House at the corner of N Street and Antelope Valley.
Bauer Underground has been serving local contractors and utility contractors all across the state since 1997. When you see the black and white trucks, you know that the best workers in the business have arrived. Bauer is currently looking for equipment operators, laborers, diesel mechanics, and aerial linemen. Join the brotherhood built on hard work, authentic people, and a pedigree of success. They're offering top-notch benefits, a matching 401k, and a $600 per year clothing allowance. Bauer Underground, a family-friendly company with plenty of room for advancement.
At Schwezo Construction, safety isn't just a policy, it's a promise. Build with us. Work safe, go home proud. We're hiring skilled craftsmen, laborers, concrete workers, and steel erectors who value quality work and a team that has your back on and off the job site. If you're ready to be part of a company where your safety and success come first, visit Schwezo.com. That's SCHWISOW.com and apply today. Schwezo Construction, 40 years strong and still building the future.
We're on the air.
Well, party's starting early today, isn't it?
To more of Early Break on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Welcome back in. Early Break off of YouTube. Indeed, it is the Skeleton Crew. Myself, Harrison Arn, stepping in place of Jake Sorensen.
Harrison.
On the board. We got Bill Bush. He's still here. And then Steve Sipple out on some business. This segment, are you looking for an exciting new way to put your skills to work? Explore new career options in the fintech industry at Currency, a Sandhills global company. They offer full-time positions in financial, sales, compliance, operations, and other fields. They have a 4.5-day work week, an attractive benefits package, and opportunities for advancement. Visit gocurrency.com/careers to learn more. We did have, who was it here? Mississippi Mud Dog saying, isn't football doing reseeding after next season? It's a little bit different. So to kick off fall 2026, it's going to dictate the seat selection for the 27 season and beyond. The only reason why this one's a little bit different, the season ticket holders were automatically enrolled to select new seat locations. Now they'll still kind of do the priority points, but they'll get automatically enrolled. Whereas for basketball, you just got to completely re-sign up. You are not going to be automatically enrolled back into it. But that
so everyone's wiped out.
Yeah,
of PBA right now.
Clean slate.
Right now.
Yeah,
gotcha.
Unless you have a sweet clean slate.
Gotcha.
So that's the difference there. But yeah, still technically reseeding in the football world with just some a little bit different rules around it. With that being said, how are we feeling about Husker football? I feel like after the brutal 3-game finish we had last year, I can understand the pessimism. I can understand why people didn't just, want to turn it off, and the success that wrestling, basketball, all the other sports were having.
Boy, the Mangler did a heck of a job in wrestling again. We've had him on air numerous times. Also, we had Rhonda on air numerous times also. So the sports picked it up a lot, but those last 3 games were rough.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Those were rough games. And it kind of gets back to my thing, which is for anybody, is who do you beat? What are the signature wins? I'm basketball. Harrison does not count bad wins. They just don't even care if they exist. They have a number, but the number doesn't get you anywhere. In football, the number gets you somewhere. It's like there's no. What do you have to get to? 6 wins, right? What's the number in basketball? There isn't
20
one.
Usually.
That there isn't a number.
Okay.
There's not a number that gets you in the NCAA
76
tournament.
Now, I couldn't even tell you.
Yeah. And so, but yeah, it's pretty easy. But there's not a number that says, hey, if you get to 22 wins, you're in.
Right.
And there's no number. That's not true. Last year there was a time they're making a case for what was our name of our team from the MAC that was undefeated, that didn't lose until the conference. They were like 33-0 or something.
Oh yeah.
Why am I drawing a blank on that? Draw it down. Well, who was that? Was that?
It'll come
Ohio.
back to me.
Was it?
Yes, it was Miami, Ohio.
Miami, Ohio.
Yeah.
That's right.
Miami, Ohio.
My point
Red
was,
Hawks.
people are saying if they lose, they're out. I'm like, think about that. If they lose, they're out. Where in football, the numbers still count. And they don't care who you played. They don't care. The 6 wins are 6 wins, and no one says the 6 wins have to be against Power 4. And so it's who you beat. And so that's what I'll say for Nebraska this year, because if you think about it, they're favored in their first 5 games, and one of the worst teams in the league is Rutgers.
Mm-hmm.
So they play 6 teams right there. So that gives you think you've got 6 gimme wins. And then you're going to say, okay, we win 2 to 3 more. Now we have an unbelievable season. So what do they do against? How do they look against the good teams? How do they look against Ohio State? Or how do they look against the great teams is what I'm looking for to see where that growth is. Because does anyone, go through we talked about the schedule for Nebraska basketball, those first 10, there's not much meat on the bone. I mean, very little there. So it doesn't really give you much in the national either. They don't care. Where in football, all of a sudden it's like they're 5-0 and it's a big deal. And it doesn't matter who they beat. So that'll be interesting to see how that plays out when they play teams that are perceived as better, or not better, but are more gifted teams. They're going to play several of them this year. We'll see how that plays out.
Yeah, and the recruiting end is where I think Husker fans been willing to kind of get back into the Kool-Aid. When Jeep Wade first got down here, he did a pretty good job getting some guys. But as we're seeing too, it helped that Trey Taylor got bumped up to the number one quarterback, although I feel like he was on board already. But then when you do go through the list, I know they moved up to 17 at nationally. Obviously, Trey Taylor being the 5-star in there.
Absolutely.
But they're sitting in there with a handful of 4-stars. Some of the new guys like Bryce Williams, not the basketball player, but he came into the mix. Obviously, Torrey Pittman III's been there for a while. Jalen Hill just committed. I want to say that was Wednesday. Just yesterday, I want to say, or maybe it was a couple days back. But you're seeing a class that gets put together pretty well. Like if it's the buy-in from Husker fans isn't there, and you could just argue maybe our NIL's that good, but there seems to be a buy-in at least for the commits. Is that would you take that as, the image of Nebraska football is a lot higher than what it maybe currently is in Husker fans' own idea?
It could be. You always have to remember in the recruiting rankings, what Nebraska has is a lot of numbers.
Yeah.
That moves you up. Like we talked the other day that I think Alabama's 54th right now, but they only have 8 commits. They might be going, we're not spending anything on high school kids.
Well, we had that because 26, I think we're like 50th as well, but it was a really small class.
Small class.
Yeah.
So that's the part too. It's always the quality of the class is what matters the most. And so I don't ever get excited about rankings too much. I mean, if you're the number one ranked team, I'm gonna get a little excited because that you've done something right to be ranked 1. You've done something right to be ranked in those spots. But that's also, the part that's interesting is now with, especially in the O-line category, is that people are talking about now, it's like, do not recruit high school O-linemen. Because back in the day in Nebraska, when you had, the greats here coaching, the Milt Tenneper and those great offensive lines they had in the pipeline and everything, a lot of those players, you go back and look, what were they? They were developed. A lot of them were playing year 3 and 4 and 5, or didn't play till year 4 and 5, or down there that weren't true freshmen playing. Well, the problem now is that those are cap hits now. So if you have a really, really good high school O-lineman, you got to pay them, but then they're may not play for 2 or 3 years.
Mm-hmm.
So that makes it very difficult. That's like when you have a first-round draft pick in the NFL, he needs to do what? He needs to play. When you're a 7th round draft pick like that, then you're developmental a little bit. Oh, we got a little bit of time. Not that way. So the problem you have now is you see a lot of teams not recruiting offensive linemen that as high school kids. They're like, we're going to try to get those guys in the portal. They're more proven, and then we pay them, they're going to play. Because right now, if you start paying an offensive lineman, it's really hard to say that he's going to come in and be a starter for you, at left tackle. That's a hard deal to do. So right now, that's a difficult place to recruit because right now it's in essence, when in the past, when you recruited freshmen, we're never very excited about them. There's a handful of freshmen, true freshmen. You go, wow, that was good. The rest of them are all being developed, but now they're being developed and they're being paid. So now it takes away from that number. So if you have this roster that's 25, 30 million, whatever, and 10 to 12 of that million is sitting in your freshman class that aren't playing, and you're playing against teams where they're paying their guys that are playing, that makes it difficult. So that's why the recruiting piece and the GM piece is you have to be masterful.
Yeah, and that's where it's tough though. You got to kind of pick your poison there. It's a little bit of a double-edged sword because you're in a bind if you're paying a lot of money on those freshman classes, but at the same time, if you want to go to the portal for some of those, you and everybody else, is in the portal for those offensive linemen, and that's where it's gonna be. You might end up having to pay a lot more than what you wanted to for just a couple of guys, because I think we did well last year getting in some guys, and we'll see what Pritchett does this year as well. But you got to pay top dollars. I mean, everyone's looking for an offensive lineman. Yeah. Everyone's looking for an edge rusher. There's those quarterbacks, another given. But some of those positions, you might have to fork over even more than you initially thought, just because, I mean, every year, those are the guys everyone's chasing.
Yeah, but in general though, you're paying players that are playing.
Yes.
When because it's still kind of dead money when they're on the roster getting paid a very good amount, and it's like, okay, is he going to play here? I think he's going to. I think year 3 he's a backup, and I think by year 4 he's a starter, and by year 5 he chance to be all conference. Well, that's a really good player, isn't it? That's a really good player. But then you're at the time you're going like, man, we are into this guy for a lot of money. right now, and he hasn't played yet. So that's what makes it very difficult on the developmental part of it. But on this show, we're pretty staunch on mass kicks ass, and so to find those big bodies are so hard. Then the scary part is that you develop somebody for 2 years, you pay them for 2 years, and they get in the portal themselves, and all of a sudden it's like, okay, we've wasted an enormous amount of money for no return, and so that's why the GM spot and how you handle your roster now is kind of the magic of that's one of the magical things that's going on inside the building of what you have to be great at.
Yeah, Nebraska football good on their part. They jumped on that pretty early, even when all this NIL stuff was a bit wishy-washy. They had Pat Stewart come in there and kind of handle the GM, I guess is what you'd call it on the athletic side of things. We got one in here. Wink in Kansas City says, if the Huskers could pull off a win against one of the big three on our schedule this year, fans will be celebrating throughout the year.
Absolutely. And things really got started with Jared Lambright. That's with Frost. He's the one who started. Oh, that's right.
Yeah.
Jared started everything. He was light years ahead of everybody else. He's the one who started everything, did a great job. And then you had the ultimate segue, because then you had Carson Schott and Matt Davison at 1890 in Sand Hills Global, and the Peds helping with that. And so they were in a kind of a golden goose area, because you had brilliant people running everything. And so, the effective 1890, because most places still have some form of a collective, the effective 1890 now being shut down is an interesting storyline to follow.
Yeah, and I think it's all going to be a little bit wishy-washy. I know there was some stuff with Play Fly Sports with their last college NIL deals that they had to rework, but I think Nebraska football's put themselves in a good spot for at least working through that stuff. Just getting the paperwork.
Nebraska's way ahead. They're
They're
in the 10 percentile. They're ahead of a lot of people. Way ahead.
Well, at least they're not pushing back on what you hear on those stories. And Troy Dannon spoke well on it too about how they're getting that stuff. Basically, just reworking the paperwork to make it work so it does fit to that standard with the College Sports Commission. They weren't fighting it tooth and nail or anything. But I think what are those big wins that Wink and Kansas City's talking about? It's Ohio State, Indiana, Oregon. You throw Iowa in there? Is that a big time?
I don't know how you don't throw Iowa in there just because. But it is one of the national teams you want to be able to see. But you have to have Iowa in that mix. The whole thing is that you can't now at the same time you can't have a toe stub. You can't go to Rutgers and lose. You can't go to Michigan State and lose, because right now those two they're in shambles. And Michigan State's like I said, they've had 6 presidents in 6 years.
Yeah,
president interim. So they've had 6 presidents in 6 years. So it's a mess. The fans try to reseat right now the Michigan State football. Just try it. There's no one there anyway. So just imagine calling something like that. Hey, listen, we're going to take your season tickets away from you. You have the chance to re-up to get those back. They'd be going, you know what? Why don't you just keep those tickets? I'm good. So that's where Nebraska's in such a good spot. So it's a really good deal.
Well said. And with that being said, before we go ahead and wrap up, this segment also sponsored by Daner Contracting. If you're looking for remodels,
Randy,
in everything from bathrooms, kitchen, and whole house remodels, call Randy at 402-417-5204 for a quote today. It's Bugaboo Tuesdays. What's bothering you today, Bill? Did Jake Sorensen give me the wrong script?
He gave you the wrong script.
He gave me a Tuesday.
Give you a Tuesday script.
Jake Sorensen,
it's cool parenting tips today, and that's not on you, Harrison. That's not on you.
Well, shout out Randy. Anyways.
He also Randy's always on there. That's fine. We're good with that part. He also hits you up with Roll Call Thursday.
Yeah,
and I had to text on that one and say, hey, just the Breakers will lose their mind if we roll call on Thursday. That's because we are very, very committed to our schedule. The Breakers are very much, they know what happens. They could, matter of fact, right now, don't worry about it. Just if you get a chance, Breakers, just text in to Harrison and just let him know what the schedule is tomorrow. Yeah, because they know it. They know this is what we do at this time.
There you go. If you guys want to text me the next sponsor read for the next segment, go ahead.
They'll have it. They'll know who it is. They know exactly who it is. Yes.
Don't go anywhere. 93.7 The Ticket. Early break. Harrison Arns, Bill Bush. We got Shut Up Sipple coming up next.
You're listening to Early Break with Steve Sipple, Jake Sorensen, and Bill Bush. Sponsored by Pinnacle Bank on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
It takes hard work to ensure safe and improved streets. Here in Lincoln, hundreds of planners, engineers, and construction professionals come together to improve and strengthen our avenues, streets, boulevards, and parkways, ensuring that our infrastructure keeps us all moving safely from point A to point B. Take a look at all Lincoln's upcoming street projects at lincoln.ne.gov/textlnk and get text updates by texting a project keyword to 91896. Routes navigating around construction are also updating live on the free Waze app. Let's keep moving, Lincoln. We're routing for you.
Concrete Industries has immediate openings for production laborers, operators, and drivers. Earn great pay starting at $21.50 per hour, plus health benefits, 401k, paid time off, and more. Right now, production laborers can earn a $1,500 hiring bonus, and drivers are eligible for a $2,500 hiring bonus. No experience? No problem. Concrete Industries offers on-the-job training and opportunities to grow your career. Start your future today. Visit concreteindustries.com.
There once was a man from Nebraska who went searching for food in Alaska. When his stomach was rumbling while laying in bed, he could think of only one option, Führer's cheese spread. So he left it once and drove day and night to return back home for cheese spread delight. Now his stomach is full and the voice in his head tells him no more vacations without Führer's cheese spread. Find yours today at most local grocers.
Are you ready for a new opportunity? Check out Sandhills Global. Join a dynamic team where your skills are valued and your career can soar. We offer full-time positions with a 4.5-day work week, competitive pay, excellent benefits, and a positive work environment. From IT and marketing to sales and finance, we're looking for talented individuals just like you. Apply today at sandhills.jobs and take the first step towards an exciting future. That's sandhills.jobs. Don't wait, apply now.
Graham Tire presents life's greatest adventures.
Okay, take the worm, put it on the hook. Now bring your pole back and throw it forward. And just let the fish come to you.
I got a bite! It's a big one, Dad!
Great road trips start with great service. Graham Tire, your tire store next door, with 5 convenient Lincoln locations, getting you to the places that matter most.
When your business is ready for its next move, I'm here to help make it happen. I'm Corey Vandeweghe, Commercial Loan Officer at Midwest Bank on 70th and Pioneers Boulevard. Lincoln is full of bold ideas and hardworking business owners, and I'm proud to support the people driving that progress. Whether you're launching something new or investing in growth, I'll work with you to find lending solutions that move your business forward. Swing in anytime. I'd love to hear what you're building. Your community, your bank, Midwest Bank. Member FDIC.
It's the best time of the year to order a new John Deere air seeder during Landmark Implement's early order program. Take your seeding performance to the next level with John Deere's advanced air seeding technology. Achieve precise seed and fertilizer placement. With innovative openers and section control, you can maximize efficiency and reduce input costs. Now is the time to lock in the best price of the year during Landmark Implement's air seeder early order program. Contact your local Landmark location for details and experience the Landmark difference.
Iconic summer moments deserve an iconic drink. Reach for Mountain Dew, an American original. From its beginnings in the foothills of Tennessee to your biggest summer yet. The refreshing citrus kick of Mountain Dew is the perfect companion to your American summer adventures. Enjoy the refreshing citrus kick of Mountain Dew. Tasting great since '48. Look for Mountain Dew in stores near you at mountaindew.com. That's mountaindew.com.
Ticket listeners know a dream team when they see one. At Applied Connective, we've been in the game for 20 years and have developed a team of world-class leaders in all things IT. From cybersecurity and Microsoft products to physical security, audio-video, infrastructure, business phone systems, and anything in between. We'll help you leverage technology to become your most secure, efficient, and profitable. Head to our website to check out real reviews and testimonials and sign up for a free tech consultation. We can show you where you might be vulnerable, inefficient, or overspending. It's a game changer, and it's totally free. Claim yours right now at appliedconnective.com.
Grandma and Grandpa, Mom and Dad, then the kids, and now the grandkids. Judson Irrigation has provided lawn sprinkler system design, installation, repair, and service to 4 generations. They're just like members of the family. Loyalty, trust, service. It's what you deserve and expect from Judson Irrigation.
Keep summer green.
Call Judson Irrigation 402-420-6277 or judsonirrigation.com.
Rick Heyman here from Sartor Heyman Jewelers. I want to personally thank our great customers for voting us once again the best of Lincoln. At the same time, we're celebrating our 120th year in business in the great state of Nebraska. You can count on Sartor Heyman for the very best quality, value, and customer service. When it comes to your jewelry needs, visit us at South Point, Grand Island, and the Outlet in downtown Lincoln. Visit us today at sartorheyman.com, and thank you for your continued trust after all these years.
Big box stores are tempting for buying equipment for your high schooler in sports or for yourself in your sports leisures. But buying new is awfully expensive. Why not go somewhere with new and used options? Play It Again Sports is quality, slightly to gently used equipment, and 50% of their inventory is actually new equipment. And it's more than baseball, softball, and golf. They also have equipment for disc golf, fitness, hockey, and more. Plus, they're always buying products. Bring your gear you're done with and get trade money on the spot. Play It Again Sports at 48th and Vine.
This is Lincoln's home for sports talk on the FM dial. Also online at theticketfm.com.
On the internet.
KNTK FM Firth, 93.7 The Ticket.
We're on the air.
Back
Well, party's starting early today, isn't it?
to more of Early Break
Jake, you're a freaking nutcase.
on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
All right, welcome back in. It is time for Shut Up Sipple. First one to call in will get on the show. We're going to have a different version. We're going to have Bill Bush in place of Sipple in the lifeline. Sounds like it's going to be Connor stepping in.
Connor is going to he's going to retrieve the call, and he's coming into studio to be the lifeline. He has a lot of answers back there when he's not on air. He thinks he's got everything figured out.
402-464-5685. Call in. You get an opportunity to win a business box of bagels. And even if you don't win, you can still get a bagel and coffee just for attempting to go ahead and get a win. 402-464-5685. I think Connor would be good at today's.
I hope he's good.
I think I don't know. I think your knowledge, based on what Jake Sorensen told me as well, I think you'll be able to handle these. These are incredibly tough.
Is it Seinfeld?
No,
facts?
not Seinfeld.
Okay.
Unfortunately, I don't know if you're big on Seinfeld.
If Jake was running it today, it would be a Seinfeld 5.0 is what we'd be doing. Usually, that's usually kind of the thing where Jake helps me out because I miss Sipple on this. This is Sipple's baby. He's really good at it, so it's tough.
What's Sipple's record sitting at right now? I wonder. 64 and 52. Oh, that was his previous record.
No, we're 49 and 44.
Yeah, 49 and 44. It's
been a rough deal. It's not. We've lost 2 this week. It's just how have we lost? How's it day 4 and we've lost 2? How are we for the week? We're 1 and 2. Okay, I got you. All right. No callers are calling in. We have no callers coming in. So we have Shut Up Sipple is live. We're going with it, and we're still kind of in that time. We do Shut Up Sipple at 8:00 quite a bit. That doesn't change. So Connor has a call. He's got one. He will write it down he'll scribe it on a whiteboard, and then he'll hustle in here. So appreciate Harrison coming in. That's not an easy job, Harrison, to come in. The odd thing is like that. I met Harrison, about 6 minutes before the show started.
Yeah, that's about right.
Because I was here early, but we had some golf tournament business to handle. And so with Glenn Gallier and Jay Kaiser. So I thought, who is our caller?
All right, Connor, I'll have you go ahead and pick a mic here. Since you're our lifeline, you'll be on the show as well. All right. We got Shut Up Sipple going. Jake Sorensen, unfortunately, didn't leave me where the music is, so I'll just kind of keep a timer in my head. But we got Connor in studio as well now, and, of course, Bill Bush. And then who do we have online, Connor, you said?
We have Dan on the call.
All right.
Dan.
The
Dan.
whiteboard was not working.
Okay.
So.
We'll have to get a new pen.
Yeah.
Dan, can you hear us?
You bet.
Awesome. Dan, where are you calling from?
Calling from Highway 2.
Nice. Highway 2, right? It must be a Lincoln listener. We're trying to build that up a lot. Dan, is there anyone you could text today to maybe build another breaker to have somebody else listen that's a non-listener?
You bet.
That would be awesome. Thank you, Dan. Wow. Appreciate it. All right, Dan, you kind of have the advantage here. Sipple's not here. We've brought in young Connor on air from Crete, played corner out of position, but he's here to help me out. Mm-hmm. So I'll be the lead, and let's go.
All right, the first question goes to our caller, Dan. Dan, what Spurs guard won the NBA Finals MVP in 2007?
Oh, man. I don't feel... Manu Ginobili?
Okay, we're gonna try it. We're gonna steal that, and I'm gonna steal it. I'm gonna give it a shot.
You're gonna try?
I'm gonna try. I'm gonna go Parker.
That is correct. The Will Ding isn't working either. So. Ding. Yes,
ding,
got
ding,
that
ding,
one
ding,
correct.
ding. We got it. All right, we're up 1-0.
1-0 right now.
Yes.
This one,
but it was an either or. I thought it was Ginobili. That's who if I'd have guessed, had one guess, that's who I would have taken. Yeah.
Okay, so now you guys double up on points here?
Yeah, so we're up 1-0 right now.
All right.
Yes.
This one goes to Bill Bush. What Pistons guard won the NBA Finals MVP in 2004?
I think I know it. Do you know it? I'm gonna guess. I'm gonna go with the guess. I don't want to use you. Chauncey Billups.
Ding.
Ding, 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 ding. Thank you. We'll have to work on that. We'll get that. All right. So
we'll have that one for tomorrow. All right, Dan, this one next for you. What Celtics small forward won the NBA Finals MVP in 2008?
What year?
08.
Gosh, I don't think this is right either. But Paul Pierce?
That is
actually correct. It was
ding,
Paul
ding,
Pierce.
ding, 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 ding. All right, that's good. Okay,
so we
now
got 2-1.
So it's 2-1. If we get it, we win. If we don't, he has to steal to be able to get to overtime.
Yeah,
that's where we're at.
I'd imagine you guys would get this one. I'd be disappointed if you didn't. What Spurs small forward won the NBA Finals MVP in 2014?
It's the big fun. It's the big fundamental, right? So I'm assuming. Connor, I'll let you take it.
I don't think it is.
Small.
I think it. This might be stupid. I don't know. I think it was Kawhi Leonard, wasn't it?
Ding, 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 ding. Kawhi Leonard was
nice.
the one.
You got it.
Wow.
All right. Nice. I thought it was big.
How about
that? But it was small forward. That's what kind of jacked me up a little bit.
Yeah.
So that's good. Boy, we really got to get the sound system
Yeah, we
down
do.
like that. That's something we got to work on that. For
I
the
made
breakers.
an error.
Yeah.
The shut up sipple is not in the dub. It's in the audio. It's in the audition folder, and I forgot for some reason.
Okay.
Oh no.
Yeah, the USC music is in there, and the shut up sipple. I don't know why I thought it was a lead in, but it's not. So that's on me.
Well, nonetheless, Dan, I appreciate you playing. Nonetheless, you will still get a bagel and the coffee at the very least for your efforts. But Bill Bush, tag teamed with Connor here, gets the win for today.
Thank you. Nice job with that, Connor, because I would have missed that. Thank you.
Appreciate Dan for playing. Nonetheless, appreciate Connor for stepping in. Don't go anywhere. We're going to do Bill's Thrills on this next segment to make up for the last one. So don't go anywhere. Early break. We'll keep it rolling. 93.7 The Ticket, ticketfm.com.
You're listening to Early Break with Steve Sipple, Jake Sorensen, and Bill Bush. Sponsored by Pinnacle Bank on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Are you ready for a new opportunity? Check out Sandhills Global. Join a dynamic team where your skills are valued and your career can soar. We offer full-time positions with a 4.5-day work week, competitive pay, excellent benefits, and a positive work environment. From IT and marketing to sales and finance, we're looking for talented individuals like you. Apply today at sandhills.jobs and take the first step towards an exciting future. That's sandhills.jobs. Don't wait. Apply now.
Ticket listeners know a dream team when they see one. At Applied Connective, we've been in the game for 20 years and have developed a team of world-class leaders in all things IT. From cybersecurity and Microsoft products to physical security, audio-video, infrastructure, business phone systems, and anything in between, we'll help you leverage technology to become your most secure, efficient, and profitable. Head to our website to check out real reviews and testimonials and sign up for a free tech consultation. We can show you where you might be vulnerable, inefficient, or overspending. It's a game changer, and it's totally free. Claim yours right now at appliedconnective.com.
Your number one dad may not need another tie or coffee mug, but he always needs a little more award-winning barbecue from Hog Wild. Give Dad a meal fit for the king of your castle this Father's Day with Hog Wild's hearty, family-pleasing menu. Our meaty ribs, tender beef brisket, pulled pork, and hot links pair perfectly with our home-style sides. Order online at GoHogWild.com. Hog Wild Pit Barbecue, 3210 Cornhusker Highway in Lincoln.
But don't be late, we close at 8.
If you're seeking a career with a growing company, Gaina Trucking and Excavating is hiring and looking for additions to their team. Gaina Trucking has a strong team culture, competitive pay, 401ks, and benefits like health, dental, and vision. Drivers are guaranteed 40 hours per week, even in the winter months, and are home every night. Start your career today at Gaina Trucking and Excavating. Apply today at GainaTrucking.com.
Hey, Nebraska sports fans. This summer, professional tennis returns to Lincoln. Watch rising stars of the ATP Tour compete for over $100,000 in prize money for the 2026 Lincoln Challenger from July 12th to the 19th at the Sid and Hazel Dillon Tennis Center. Witness top tennis pros compete right here in Lincoln and experience tennis close-up like never before. To purchase tickets or to sign up for volunteer opportunities, please visit www.lincolnchallenger.com. Not just a stop, a stage. Lincoln Challenger 2026.
Bonsall Pool & Spa is turning 75, and you're getting the presents. Right now, we're counting down to our Big Diamond Anniversary Bash on July 11th with massive weekly doorbuster sales. Stop in every Monday for 75% off your favorite premium BioGuard water care products. Plus, every $75 you spend starting today enters you to win a $7,500 premium in-home sauna. Get your pool ready for summer and start winning today at Bonsall Pool & Spa, 33rd and Nebraska Parkway in Lincoln. Bonsall Pool & Spa, every day made better.
Graham Tire presents life's greatest adventures.
Okay, take the worm, put it on the hook. Now bring your pole back and throw it forward. And just let the fish come to you.
I got a bite! I got a bite! It's a big one, Dad!
Great road trips start with great service. Graham Tire, your tire store next door, with 5 convenient Lincoln locations, getting you to the places that matter most.
It's the best time of the year to order a new John Deere air seeder during Landmark Implement's early order program. Take your seeding performance to the next level with John Deere's advanced air seeding technology. Achieve precise seed and fertilizer placement. With innovative openers and section control, you can maximize efficiency and reduce input costs. Now is the time to lock in the best price of the year during Landmark Implement's air seeder early order program. Contact your local Landmark location for details and experience the Landmark difference.
What does it mean to be rich? Maybe it's less about reaching a magic number and more about discovering the magic in life. I'm Ryan Buck, your Lincoln, Nebraska, Edward Jones financial advisor. Count on me for your financial strategies that can help support a life you love. Because the key to being rich is knowing what counts. Contact me today at 402-483-0377. Again, that's 402-483-0377. And let's find you rich. Edward Jones, member SIPC.
Iconic summer moments deserve an iconic drink. Reach for Mountain Dew, an American original. From its beginnings in the foothills of Tennessee to your biggest summer yet. The refreshing citrus kick of Mountain Dew is the perfect companion to your American summer adventures. Enjoy the refreshing citrus kick of Mountain Dew. Tasting great since '48. Look for Mountain Dew in stores near you at mountaindew.com. That's mountaindew.com.
Wake up, Lincoln.
Good morning. Good morning.
It's great to stay up late. It's time for Early Break. Sponsored by Nebco and Anderson Ford. Live from Lincoln, America. Here's 93.7 The Ticket's Jake Sorensen.
I like Stone.
Husker Online, Steve Sipple.
And here comes a sandwich from God.
And longtime college football assistant coach, Bill Bush.
Hey, somebody grab me a mocha quick, would you?
This is Early Break.
All right, welcome back in. Harrison runs on the ones and twos. We got Bill Bush to my left, and shout out to the ticket listeners. You're not kidding about these guys knowing the routine. I'll tell you what, tomorrow we'll see the category, the topic of Bill's Thrills, and we'll have all the sound effects in there as well.
We did cover Randy Deinert, Randy has been on call over at the College World Series. So he's in the stands, but he's got a beeper. And so if something goes wrong mechanically, structurally, Randy gets alerted immediately. And so he also is also the top remodeler in the tri-state area.
Absolutely.
Yeah, so it's a pretty cool deal like that. So we're going to go right to Bill's Thrills. We've already done the...
Well, before we do, let's go ahead.
What do you got?
And we'll get the intro. We'll get this
Okay.
part right.
All right.
Some
Bill's
call him
Thrills.
the most interesting man in the world.
That is setting up the morel mushroom
Yes.
bonanza.
Oh,
yeah.
is it gonna be bonanza? Right.
Mushrooms grow better with thunder and lightning.
Others call him Coach. But to everyone else, he's Bill.
I want to get one of those military ab stimulators for us to wear during the show. Have you seen? I sent it to you today.
It's time for Bill's Thrills on Early Break.
I tell you what, I appreciate this. This is a lot. So for the breakers that have been listening for years and 10, what's it been, about 12 years now, I believe SIPA's been with Jake, and Harrison built this conglomerate, which we appreciate so much. But to come in and fill in for Jake is a lot, because me and Sip say it all the time. He does a lot. He does the rundown. We have some input on some stuff, but Jake does all the stuff here. And when you get a routine that you're used to as a listener, and all of a sudden it's different, but what Harrison's doing is fabulous. So thank you very much. So today is cool parenting tips, Harrison. So that's part of the Bill's Thrills like that. So I always have a title basically, or a headline like that. So today it's when it's time to roam, understand the foam. When it's time to roam, understand the foam. And I've been on this, people know on this, my passion I have for styrofoam. It's probably one of the greatest things ever invented on earth is styrofoam, what it can do with ice. So I just want to talk about this couple things. When teach your kids where the locations are and how to handle this with your styrofoam. First of all, when you go to a convenience store and they have plastic cups, I lose it. I absolutely lose it. It's got to be a styrofoam cup, especially at any time. It doesn't matter if it's winter or not. It has to be a styrofoam cup. And the next thing is that you have to have, when you get it, is that if it doesn't have the 44-ounce one, Casey's, I love you. They're my spot. I go to Casey's, but they only have 32-ounce. I want the 44. And Harrison, here's the reason why. You go 44, but you go ice all the way to the top. Go ice all the way to the top. So you're probably putting in, 22 to 24 ounces maybe of your soda, your drink, whatever it is. But then it's iced up and it's ready to go. And if you get out of your car, even in summer, and you go do stuff and come back, everything's perfect. You're good for the afternoon. So the styrofoam is the way you roam. But you got to teach your kids that they don't know that no matter what, don't grab one of those plastic ones. That's terrible to get a plastic cup of any sort. But the styrofoam makes everything right. So I have them study that, have them study the areas. I kind of know where the 44 ounces are, but I will go into a convenience store and they have just the plastic cups, and I Riverside right back out. I will not, I don't go, I'll just kind of get through it with that. Nope. It's got to be the styrofoam piece. Your take on that, Harrison?
No, I'm with you on that. They don't serve you drinks on the golf course, not in a styrofoam cup. They give
Exactly.
you the styrofoam because they understand the power of the foam.
It's the power of the foam. It's what it is. And so it's it's probably one of the, just like the 7 wonders of the world for me. There's nothing that intrigues me more than styrofoam.
Its ability to insulate is awe-inspiring.
It's awe-inspiring. It's what it is. Also, I grew up with it. So if you didn't grow up, Harrison, with a cooler in your car that had a squeaky lid, because styrofoam squeaks, it's incredible how much it squeaks. It used to be, and so it had to be just perfect. Also, you ruined a lot of styrofoam because the coolers would get busted up. But now they have the 40-ounce build, but it's got the small bottom, so it fits right into your cup holder in your car. And then it's gold. I'll take it into the house, everything about it. So I'm infatuated with styrofoam, but teach your kids they have to have, if they're going to roam, understand the foam. Anything from the text line?
Yeah, we got Tom Petty sucks. He chimes in. He says, "Oh my goodness, that one hits home. I hate plastic cups coming from a construction worker." Super controversial take. Foam is weak. 1151. I normally I can't agree more with Bill, but styrofoam is awful for the environment.
I'm probably okay with that. I'm not going to push back. But let me ask you this. It's either styrofoam or plastics. You're telling me plastic is fine for the environment?
Listen,
that's what I'd like to know.
You just got to pick a lane.
Yeah, I think there's one right there. But I'm not going to say that styrofoam is great. I'm not going to say that whatsoever. I try to dispose it properly, but it's there, and I'm going to use it. And I think it's super important to the kids understand how to use it too. Anything else in the text line?
Yeah, Burn in Columbus says, when I get one, I'll refill it at my house, rock it for days. I don't know about rocking it for days. I haven't gone that far.
I kind of like that. I'm a fan of that.
Styrofoam cups in flake/barrel ice, the best.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, the barrel ice. He's right. When you load that baby up and then fill it full, you've got yourself a drink and you're happy. Also, we talk about on air too, Harrison, just don't push the envelope at the very end. You always want to fill it right to the top. Don't do it. Then when you put the lid on, it's going to, a little bit of soda or whatever you're drinking is going to come through. Then you got yourself a maintenance issue. You don't need a maintenance issue on your Styrofoam cup. Anything else, Harrison?
This one I like a lot. And I'm full on agreeing with the texter here. Josh at BCC, I request Styrofoam cups at restaurants. I would love to sit at a 5-star suit and tie, give my drink in a Styrofoam so it stays nice and cool. I don't got to worry about it.
I wish my wife was with us right now to verify that I do that. I
really?
request Styrofoam. I've been at indoor places and I know they have it. I'll be guy. I would like to have this, and can you do it in Styrofoam? And because of and again, I'm going to push. I know I'm going to push back on myself. It's not great for the environment. I understand that, but when I have it, if I'm even having a cocktail, I want it in Styrofoam because I don't want it getting watered down, and it melts fast just in glass. But the power of the foam, I agree with that. Thank you. Anything else?
Yeah, we got some people saying get a Yeti, use it forever. Beer's always colder in a Styrofoam cooler.
Oh, it matter when here, Harrison. If you took just a 9 beers and you ice them down in a Styrofoam cooler and just let them sit for a little bit of time, it's the thing of beauty. There's nothing like Styrofoam. It's the best there is. And I agree. There's been technology with Yetis and different stuff. It's remarkable. But I will not walk into a convenience store with a Stanley mug. I won't do that. I'm going to get the Styrofoam cup. And I know the Stanley mug is better for the environment. I'm not doing it.
That one was from Brad in Baldwin. Sorry,
the Baldwin shop. Brad from the Baldwin shop.
We'll give these
he's
guys
out
their
working.
proper shout outs.
He's doing toilet paper right
Big
now.
Guy Sonic only has foam cups that they do. Downtown Scott, almost every day I stop by my neighborhood. You stop and get a couple of Route 44 Styrofoam cups for me and the wife. Are those new cups? Yup.
Yeah. Styrofoam brings a lot of attention.
I'm amazed, Bill, that the response you're getting from the foam. I'm amazed that people have the foam in such high regard. My high school football coach reused the same Styrofoam cup for a year without washing it. Tea stains and everything. That one from Starkey and Bennett. Where's the line on that? How
I don't think there's a line. What's he doing? He's helping the environment too.
That's a good point.
So he's helping the environment.
2 birds, 1 stone. Keeping his drink cool and fighting for the environment.
And I'm the same way with coffee too. If you find most of the coffee cup places are more of the paper or corrugated paper or whatever. But if you get a Styrofoam place, and I know you can get Styrofoam. I know I get it in Prague. I know that they have Styrofoam at the convenience store there, so I always stop there for my coffee if I'm driving in that area, because coffee, and again, when you're driving, just say you got to drive, I'm going to get some coffee, I'm going to drive 70 miles. I want it in Styrofoam because now you're going to have it all set with it. I also have a different little rule, but also if you have a beer, though, Harrison, have you ever poured a beer, an ice cold Busch Light into a Styrofoam cup?
Coors Light.
What's that? Coors Light?
Yeah.
And you're going to get a lot of foam. You got to have a heavy tilt. You got to be patient. It works fine, but if you just go at it, you're going to get foam that high. So there's an art to it that you have to understand.
I failed on the art last time. Yeah, it was the one and only time I ever poured beer into a Styrofoam cup. It was just a foamy beer.
Yeah, if you don't know it going in, and teach your kids that too. I don't care what age it is. Let them know when they start drinking beer how to pour it into a Styrofoam cup. It's a big thing.
Important life lesson.
Yes.
I don't know about the Pizza Hut Red Cup. Nels in Montana, Styrofoam cup or the red Pizza Hut cup? What's the red?
Well, the red Pizza Hut cup is one of our all-time favorites. That's we grew up on that in Pizza Hut. The red and white checkered, and their pizza. That's bringing that back. The pan pizza, and they had giant cups. They were probably about 32-ounce cups, but that's for in-house dining. So that's a staple, and it's gold. If I was at Pizza Hut, no way would I get Styrofoam. No chance. I'm getting the red cup one. That's a great job. That's Nels in Montana.
Yep.
Yeah, he's a listener every day. Thank you, Nels.
I was surprised to see how much of a response that got. Before we get out of this segment, though, Hour 3 sponsored by Nebco. Now hiring at Concrete Industries for precast production laborers. Check them out at concreteindustries.com or nebcoinc.com for more info. Also, hour 3 sponsored by Anderson Ford at 27th and I-80, as well as 33rd in Yankee Hill. Go see your friend David at the North location and tell him we said hi from the early break crew. You got any honorable mentions? Any romanticism left for the Styrofoam Cup before we go to break?
Do you have any left on there?
Let's see on the text line here.
Well, the honorable mention part of it also, it's brilliant for night crawlers like that. The styrofoam like that, 'cause they keep the same thing. You have them in the boat. Styrofoam saves. I always put like I'll usually wash my night crawlers, then I'll put a piece of ice in there, and that is gold. And so that'll keep them all day in great shape. The power of styrofoam in bait is very important in the fishing world.
Yeah, anytime you go to a gas station, if you're buying worms, it's in a styrofoam casing.
Absolutely, because they know, because styrofoam, respect the foam. So I'm going to tell you right now, respect the foam.
We'll get a few more texters in here. We'll bring you guys along. Again, you guys can be the third seat filling in for Sipple here.
Yes.
Unknown texter. I used to do all kinds of audits in small towns. We'd stop in places like Popo's in Pender or, small town bars, and I'd always ask for an iced tea to go. And undoubtedly, it would always come in a styrofoam.
Oh, iced tea to go. That's great. Also, you brought it. You kind of hit the heartstrings there. Who was that last texter? Was that unnamed? Did you have a name? That hits the heartstrings really hard because, as you guys know, that Popo's, for some reason, which we'll never understand, is no longer open. And it used to be called Dog and Suds. It was just
great name.
Great name, Dog and Suds. So it was about hot dogs and root beer. That's how the place originated. Then Popo's just kept killing it forever, and they closed down about a year ago. And the town it's upsetting. It's upsetting to the town. It's upsetting to me. Now taking a step back, but they did have styrofoam. Thank you.
We'll get to this one. This one cracks me up a little bit. We got RD. In 1 million years, when anthropologists find styrofoam cups, they'll be able to know which tribes had colder drinks and enjoyed their beverages more.
They will know that the anthropologists finding styrofoam.
It's like, these guys had their drinks nice and cool. We know that
they had this stuff figured out. And I feel bad because Sipple and Jake would have liked to talk about styrofoam. That would have been, Sipple would have been we grew up with styrofoam and coolers. The styrofoam cooler is basically gone. You'll still see them, but just the styrofoam cooler is just kind of gone. You don't see that near as much anymore. But it would squeak so bad. But they would work.
See, that's the one thing I can't get over. The screeching of the foam is a little bit upsetting, but it's worth for the cold beverages. Yes. Are you and Sorensen usually on the same wavelength?
Quite a bit.
Really?
We really are. We're on the wavelength. Jake's an old soul.
I can see that. Jake's but he's a wily cat too.
Yeah, he's very wily.
Yeah.
He's his barnyard cat-like agility. I mean, he's very agile. He's done some things. We came over to help me some stuff in my garage. It was unbelievable what Jake can do with his strength.
Really?
Yes, unbelievable. And but he's an old soul, and he also is, Harrison, the biggest super fan in the world. I mean, he is taking the Kansas City Royals. Are you taking it hard right now? Because I'm not.
I don't care about the Royals.
Jake does.
Yeah,
Jake is he's very upset about it. His Dolphins, his Miami Heat, and then obviously Huskers. He's into every sport, but he is the Husker basketball is his sport. That's his number one thing that he has. He used to call into shows. He used to call into Miami radio stations to talk about the Dolphins. Jake would call from his dorm room, and he'd call into a Miami radio. He got on air. Jake has been on air, and that's pretty incredible. So he's super fan, and so we love that about him.
Yeah, he is the ultimate fanatic, which I do appreciate.
And it gets him in some trouble on Twitter because he'll have some.
But he stands on his ground.
Yeah, he stands. Yeah, if he melts down during a game, and he will melt down during a game when things are going on, he has complete meltdowns, and we enjoy those meltdowns so much. And we know when it's an epic loss, that's something bad, and we come in the next day. Me and Sip are like, we're excited because Jake is he's going to just have he gets upset. His eyes go up to the sky, and he starts talking, and he'll yell and pound his hand. Yeah, there's a lot of things going on with him. He's ours. We love him.
Well, I think NFL is we're about 80 days away, maybe like 81 days. So we'll get back to that Dolphins, Jake Sorensen.
Oh, we can't wait. We're excited about it. Thank you.
Don't go anywhere. We'll throw it to break. All the texters. We'll keep bringing you guys into the conversation.
Might talk some more styrofoam.
Yeah, maybe. Might just do that on the other side. Early break. Bill Bush, Harrison Arns. Talk to you in a bit.
You're listening to Early Break with Steve Sipple, Jake Sorensen, and Bill Bush. Sponsored by Nebco and Anderson Ford on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
When your business is ready for its next move, I'm here to help make it happen. I'm Corey Vandeweghe, Commercial Loan Officer at Midwest Bank on 70th and Pioneers Boulevard. Lincoln is full of bold ideas and hardworking business owners, and I'm proud to support the people driving that progress. Whether you're launching something new or investing in growth,
I'll work with you to find lending solutions that move your business forward. Swing in anytime. I'd love to hear what you're building. Your community, your bank, Midwest Bank, member FDIC.
A new opportunity? Check out Sandhills Global. Join a dynamic team where your skills are valued and your career can soar. We offer full-time positions with a 4.5-day work week, competitive pay, excellent benefits, and a positive work environment. From IT and marketing to sales and finance, we're looking for talented individuals just like you. Apply today at sandhills.jobs and take the first step towards an exciting future. That's sandhills.jobs. Don't wait, apply now.
Ticket listeners know a dream team when they see one. At Applied Connective, we've been in the game for 20 years and have developed a team of world-class leaders in all things IT. From cybersecurity and Microsoft products to physical security, audio-video, infrastructure, business phone systems, and anything in between. We'll help you leverage technology to become your most secure, efficient, and profitable. Head to our website to check out real reviews and testimonials and sign up for a free tech consultation. We can show you where you might be vulnerable, inefficient, or overspending. It's a game changer, and it's totally free. Claim yours right now at appliedconnective.com.
Graham Tire presents life's greatest adventures.
Okay, take the worm, put it on the hook. Now bring your pole back and throw it forward. And just let the fish come to you.
I got a bite! I got a bite! It's a big one, Dad!
Great road trips start with great service. Graham Tire, your tire store next door, with 5 convenient Lincoln locations, getting you to the places that matter most.
Hi, everyone. Kendall Warnock, owner of A1 Automotive. I want to personally thank you, our customers, for trusting us with your vehicle repair needs. Your support allows us to do what we love, serving people through quality automotive repair. If you're looking for a repair shop that values relationships as much as repairs, we'd love the opportunity to earn your trust. We have 2 locations here in Lincoln, 1117 L Street, 5110 State Hill Drive, and our newest location in Seward, Nebraska, 408 Main Street. Come see us, visit us online at a1autolincoln.com.
Bagels and Joe is the best place to start off your mornings, and you can order your breakfast ahead of time on their app. You can't go wrong with one of their great bagel sandwiches or breakfast burritos. Stop by any of their 4 locations in Lincoln and their location in Seward. Bagels and Joe.
Iconic summer moments deserve an iconic drink. Reach for Mountain Dew, an American original. From its beginnings in the foothills of Tennessee to your biggest summer yet. The refreshing citrus kick of Mountain Dew is the perfect companion to your American summer adventures. Enjoy the refreshing citrus kick of Mountain Dew. Tasting great since '48. Look for Mountain Dew in stores near you at mountaindew.com. That's mountaindew.com.
This summer, Salt Dogs fans are making history at Haymarket Park. We're celebrating 25 seasons of grit, grins, heart, and hometown pride. Lincoln, you built this stadium. You named this team. And season after season, it's you, the fans, that keep us coming back for more. So let our thank you be our promise. The best is yet to come. Your local tradition plays on. Get your tickets at saltdogs.com.
It's the best time of the year to order a new John Deere air seeder during Landmark Implement's early order program. Take your seeding performance to the next level with John Deere's advanced air seeding technology. Achieve precise seed and fertilizer placement. With innovative openers and section control, you can maximize efficiency and reduce input costs. Now is the time to lock in the best price of the year during Landmark Implement's air seeder early order program. Contact your local Landmark location for details and experience the Landmark difference.
If you're seeking a career with a growing company, Gaina Trucking and Excavating is hiring and looking for additions to their team. Gaina Trucking has a strong team culture, competitive pay, 401ks, and benefits like health, dental, and vision. Drivers are guaranteed 40 hours per week, even in the winter months, and are home every night. Start your career today at Gaina Trucking and Excavating. Apply today at gainatrucking.com.
Bonsall Pool and Spa is turning 75, and you're getting the presents. Right now, we're counting down to our Big Diamond Anniversary Bash on July 11th with massive weekly doorbuster sales. Stop in every Monday for 75% off your favorite premium BioGuard water care products. Plus, Every $75 you spend starting today enters you to win a $7,500 premium in-home sauna. Get your pool ready for summer and start winning today at Bonzall Pool and Spa, 33rd and Nebraska Parkway in Lincoln. Bonzall Pool and Spa, every day made better.
93.7 The Ticket is Lincoln's home for Kansas City Royals baseball in 2026. Catch all the action as Bobby Witt Jr., Salvador Perez, Vinny Pasquantino, and a pitching rotation led by Cole Reagans try to lead the Royals back to the postseason. That's Kansas City Royals baseball all summer long. On the air in Lincoln at 93.7 The Ticket.
We're on the air. Well, party's starting early today, isn't it?
To more of Early Break on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Welcome back in. Early break. We got about a half an hour left to go, and let's get into a little bit of NFL conversations. More importantly, what is now being dubbed the Indiana Bears. As things fell through in Chicago, there was an agreement where they were going to go ahead and pay for the stadium in Chicago, but they wanted some tax relief when it came to the infrastructure around the arena, which they weren't willing to make happen. Plus, the taxes they felt were still too high, even if they built the stadiums themselves. The last update on that, so the Chicago Bears Board of Directors, they did vote to advance plans to build a multi-billion-dollar stadium in Hammond, Indiana. There's still no site they've officially chosen, but myself being a Bears fan, it feels a little bit awkward saying the Indiana Bears. I know there's multiple teams, right? San Francisco 49ers don't play in San Francisco. You can go multiple examples of that. But
why does this one hit the most? It does for me.
I
think
team.
nothing really of San Francisco. Don't think much of it. I mean, but Candlestick was sweet. So that's a downgrade to me. Obviously, again with and then the fact that the Jets and Giants play in the same stadium.
Yeah.
It's amazing from being in that stadium a bunch how they can flip it. And they can flip pictures and all the thing that's going on inside the suites and everything. It's pretty remarkable how they do that. But that, again, that's just, that's the only place there was to build something. So that's where it's at. And so that's not as bad. But this one hits home for some reason like that. It'd be like the Packers moving to Illinois. We're just going to slide down a little bit, just going to head south a little bit. And we're going to put the Packers there. I think the one with the Bears just absolutely annoys me to death. And I'd like to hear what the texters say about that. But just, they won't be called the Indiana Bears, but it's going to be different. This one just hits different than me. How far is it from out of Chicago? Or is that like basically, it's like, Bill, you're like, you live in Omaha, but it's in Millard.
Well, so the site hasn't been officially decided yet, but some of the sites they're looking at, I mean, realistically, I think it was like about a half an hour drive from where Soldier Field was. So you can still see like Chicago. You're not in the part where you feel like you're remote. It just does feel weird though, because there is so much history with that team. The Chicago Bears being one of the older teams in the NFL.
Well, it's one of the stadiums that you could name forever.
Yeah.
Soldier Field, Lambeau Field. There's not a bunch of that you could just name off in that high of regard. And that was one of the, and it was a beauty too to see it from the outside. Probably, I mean, something had to happen. Something had to be done for them to get things better. But it's just a remarkable story in my mind. I just wonder what the fans would think if there's any Bears fans out there. I have to have some Bears fans that are listening. What's their take on it? Or is it like, I don't care. It's just going to be the Bears playing in a different stadium. And I think it's just, you shouldn't even be concerned about it. I'm not concerned. I'm kind of a huge Bear, but I don't like it. And I think it's just one of those places. I don't think there's many NFL diehard fans are going, I think it's a cool deal. I like that the Bears are going to Indiana.
No, it's unfortunate. We got Corey and Lincoln. I don't know if he's a Bears fan, but Soldier Field, right on the lake, downtown Chicago, is an American icon. Moving from there is a crime.
I agree with him.
They've messed up on that state. The city of Chicago is just messed up. I don't know if people are fully aware of the horrible deal that the Chicago Bears had. It was like a 50-year contract, and essentially they made it a historical site. The city of Chicago did, and it had a lot more benefits for the city than it did the Chicago Bears. So, getting out of that deal, and it's not active right now in Soldier Field, but it was for a long time. I think there was a little bit of bitterness, or at least if not bitterness, awareness from that. I just don't think they were willing to work with Chicago because I feel like they've been kind of screwed over before. And I wonder if they felt like these conversations were heading in the same direction. Like the taxes were insane. They would have to be spending about as much taxes for that stadium than a team like the Rams
it didn't
would
add
in
up.
California.
It appears to me on the surface that the city of Chicago just didn't hardly bend at all.
No.
That's my take on it. Now, am I sitting in some council meetings? No. But that was my take on it, was that they did not give it all in this. And finally, the Bears have just had enough. And that happens sometimes. You just go, hold it. Enough's enough. How much are we supposed to take on this? But that is a massive hit that just bothers the nostalgia. Because I will guarantee you this. The Packers will play at Lambeau for maybe forever.
Yeah.
They'll just if they have to keep remodeling or keep doing, to say they're going to tear it down and build one 30 miles away from there, I don't see it happening. I mean, that's still where Bart Starr played at. They're in the same spot. So there's not a lot of iconic stadiums now that have been around, forever. I mean, how many of them can you name? The domes are all gone. The original domes, no one plays in those anymore.
Arrowhead's getting a new stadium here soon.
Yeah, so Arrowhead was original. That's going to be, and if you can go through all of them. I mean, the Titans are already getting a new stadium.
Yeah.
They were in their stadium for 20 years? Now they're getting a new stadium. So there's not a bunch of iconic stadiums around any place. You go, oh man, to go here, this is unbelievable. DC is new too, right?
The Commanders?
Yeah.
They got a really older, beat up one, but they're still playing it.
I thought am I off on that? I thought they had upgraded. I thought they were no longer in the original one, RFK, because they used to play in RFK, right? Am I correct on that?
Yeah. And I thought
it may be old, but it's not the original. My point is there's none of those when the NFL was so sweet in the 70s and 80s. No one plays in those places anymore. Obviously, the Rams don't. The Chargers don't. You can just go through.
So they're getting one in 2030. They're currently still playing at Northwest Stadium in Landover, Maryland.
Gotcha.
And that one was open in 1977, so it's not too bad.
Gotcha. Okay.
So that's where your Commander's at. But yeah, for the Bears one, I mean, we'll get to these text lines as well, but it's also what Green Bay's done really well is they've renovated Lambeau and it looks nice. When they had the NFL draft there not too long ago, still beautiful stadium, still one of the best venues. The Bears, when they did try to do some of their updates in Soldier Field, they kind of just slapped the new on the old.
Yeah.
It doesn't look, they just kind of did it in a poor fashion to where if you want to try to renovate it, like you're dealing with so much old stuff on top of new stuff, and then you try to slap new stuff on it or really start ripping down the old history. So they're in a tough spot with Soldier Field, even if you want to go that route, just because the
that's what's remarkable about college stadiums.
Yeah.
How many have been around forever? I mean, just think about how many have been around for their Memorial Stadium. They're redoing part of it, but it's still Memorial Stadium. Been around forever. You go back on, there's no more. I mean, Jerry's World is new. Obviously the Astrodome is gone, and they're playing in a new dome in Houston. So you just go through every single place. I mean, everything's new, but colleges are still in the places that they've been forever. And that's pretty cool. And when you go on campus, it's like, okay, let's go to Georgia. Let's go between the hedges. How long you guys been here? About 100 years. So it's a pretty cool deal.
Unknown texter 4979 says the odd thing about the Bears move to Indiana is there's not much of a Chicago presence in Indiana at all. It's not like Kansas City split between Missouri and Kansas. There's definitely that part that's true. We got another unknown texter. I can't imagine an average fan is going to care where their NFL team is at because the average fan can't get a ticket anyway. There is that whole part with ticket prices just being insane as to what they are.
There's a piece of it. The place is going to take the biggest piece of it is right there. What was around Soldier Field?
Yeah.
I mean, so all of a sudden,
right on the lake on the
you're on the lake. Yeah. And the businesses, the things that went on, they'd have 9 home games a year, 8 to 9 home games a year. That was a big deal. And I don't know. I have no idea where where the Bears practice at. You don't practice at your stadium, so I don't know where they're at. If that's that, I imagine the whole facility might be getting moved to Indiana.
I would imagine so. Just based on, it does sound, if you're the Chicago Bears, you can go through the deals. They're getting a much, much, much better deal in Indiana. And I think that's where the heartstrings are getting severed, where as much as it'd be great to be in the city of Chicago, you go look at the two deals on the table, you'd have to really, really, really love Chicago to say this is the better option.
My question is to Bears fans, and we'll just end it at this, but are you more mad at the Bears or are you more mad at the city?
The city.
That's what I would take too, but so I don't think this kills the Bears because I think the Bears come out of this kind of going like, what are we supposed to do? That's how I see it. And everybody's going, yep, understood. So I think they'll still get their support because they're going to be like, no, this wasn't a Bears problem. This was a Chicago problem.
Yeah, and then we got another unknown texter, Stan. Just Google the city of Chicago's current deal they struck for parking meters, and you can understand why the city won't bend to the Bears. Yeah, that's a whole wormhole you can go down. Just, you could argue very bad
statement.
business.
So you go wormhole. We usually go rabbit hole. That's interesting.
Yeah, I don't know why I said wormhole. That's not a common phrase.
It's not, that's when it came up, I go, am I missing something? Is this the new kids, the youth of today are doing some cool things? And I thought, wormhole.
No, you can leave that one out.
Okay. All right. So I didn't know that's what was going on with you guys.
Yeah.
I know you guys are doing TikTok and all that stuff. That maybe wormhole's a deal.
I'm not. Are you on TikTok, Bill?
No, I am not on TikTok.
Okay.
No, I'm clear of that. I'm not as like you can go back and look at my posts on Twitter. It's probably 2 a year, I think, usually. It's usually something with my daughters.
Okay.
That about wraps it up.
That's wholesome.
That's wholesome. I don't
media.
respond to comments. I don't respond to or anything. I will scroll it sometimes because there's every now and then a couple funny things on there that I'll check out. But that about wraps it up for me.
Let's see here. We'll get to one more text. Brad from Baldwin.
Brad's heavy today. All right. Leaning in hard. Thank you, Brad.
He's going to bring you some styrofoam cups tomorrow.
That would be great.
Brad from Baldwin will hook you
also, up. Brad, if you have any old trophies, Kathy Woody showed up with 6.
Yeah, some Czech. What were those? Czech trophies?
They're from Wilbur. Motorcycle trophies from the 70s. So if anybody has any trophies that you're not using, we really want to gather those up here at the ticket. That would be a great. And then help me out with the name again, Connor. I'm drawing a blank on the Giant, our first place trophy. We have a 4-foot trophy that came in today.
Who's brought that one in?
And he just brought it in, and I've drawn a blank on it. Connor, can you remember that? Help us out. I waved at you, and I'm drawing a blank, and I apologize for that. But usually we get a text on it, and so we can get that. But that was so that trophy will be the first place trophy. Connor's trying to write with a dry erase marker that didn't work last segment. So now he's trying to do it this segment, and that's interesting to me. And that's kind of the version of insanity to keep doing the same thing and expecting different results.
It's like when you open the fridge and there's no food, you shut it and you open it back again
up an hour later. With that, John from Southeast Lincoln. Thank you, John. John, that just so you know, John, that's the first place trophy. Thank you.
Shout out to that. Before we go to this break, what are your thoughts on just the domed NFL stadiums? Because, that'll be another thing for the Chicago Bears, the Windy City playing in the cold. You got Caleb Williams doing this whole Iceman thing. Well, if you got a nice dome over your head, you're not going to be too cold. And a lot of
I'm not a huge dome guy. Yeah. But I understand having them for certain games, and I like the national championship game in football to be in a dome. This last one was in Miami, which was great, and the weather was great. But what if it was a torrential downpour? I don't want to see the national championship game in a torrential downpour. I don't want to see the Super Bowl. I do want to see weather. I want to see an AFC championship game in Buffalo. That I do want to see. I don't like it in the championship game, and that's probably odd to say it like that, but I don't want to see a game that's like how are we going to play this game, guys? It's raining sideways. Like, oh, we're playing it. I think when the Colts beat the Bears, I think in that Super Bowl
in 06,
I think that was in a quagmire. I think it was raining the whole.
I was 7, but I think it was decent. I don't remember it being too bad because I remember Husker. He brought that first one back and it was clear. Maybe it got bad as the game went on. It did rain
that game, but anyway, my point is the dome part of it. I do like if someone said, "Well, what would you do to Memorial Stadium?" and it'd be like, because I don't think it would ruin the whole part of it. I wish there was an easement, or not. Or that's not the right word. Over the top a little bit, some curvature that would almost kind of protect a little bit of the very top of the stadium of the fans, not to protect them, just because that little bit right there holds sound in.
Yeah.
So you can make it a Thunderdome. So it makes it so much louder if you have something that does that. That's really cool to have that part of it. So I'd kind of like that piece just for that. That's it for noise. But I still want the outdoor piece of it.
Well, Oregon's got something like that. They're always bragging. You go look at, I can't remember what their capacity is.
It's like 53.
It's not very big, but it is, they claim it to be, and they have the decibel charts, whatever, to prove it. Yeah. It's just the way they got their stadium built.
Yeah. If they would do something like that to the big house, it would help a lot. Michigan is not loud. And it's 105,000 people, and it's not a loud stadium at all. It's just the way it's sunken down in, the way the noise escapes it. Not a loud, not intimidating place to play in. So If you have that noise, the noise factor in football matters. Basketball, you feel the energy. Noise, it actually affects the game because your people are talking to each other. Now everything's all signals, and it just makes things. You have a snap count. When you inbounds the ball at Nebraska in PBA, and the opponent has the ball, and there's 15 seconds left, and Nebraska's up by 1, and it's screaming loud, it doesn't affect how the play starts. Where the play does start when it's loud, and you have to have a snap count or a silent count, and all those things. Just look at the old linemen when they have to pass protect in extreme noise. It's hard. It makes it much harder.
Yeah, and I think we've seen that at times, even last year when that stadium is rocking. The goal a lot of times for football is just keep the fans in it. That's the biggest part. Give the fans something to cheer for. But with that being said, already up to our final segment. It'll be me and Bill Bush one more time tomorrow, and then you guys will get back with the normal crew. Come back Monday, but we'll go ahead and throw it to break. We will have the spillover sponsored by Raising Cane's on the other side. Don't go anywhere. 93.7 Ticket. Early break. Bill Bush, Harrison Arts.
You're listening to Early Break with Steve Sipple, Jake Sorensen, and Bill Bush. Presented by NIPCO on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Your number one dad may not need another tie or coffee mug, but he always needs a little more award-winning barbecue from Hog Wild. Give Dad a meal fit for the king of your castle this Father's Day with Hog Wild's hearty, family-pleasing menu. Our meaty ribs, tender beef brisket, pulled pork, and hot links pair perfectly with our home-style sides. Order online at GoHogWild.com. Hog Wild Pit Barbecue, 3210 Cornhusker Highway in Lincoln.
But don't be late, we close at 8.
A lot of big choices. With our Remington homes, we have designed 15 different floor plans that appeal to a wide range of people.
Bob Benish of Aspen Builders, talking about Remington Homes, which makes the home building process easier.
People really enjoy being able to go to our website, which is remingtonlincoln.com, pick a plan, pick a price point, go through and build it yourself. You have a lot of options, whether you want granite, painted trim, wood floors, more stone, all options with our Remington homes. People do not want to be married to their house payment. You're able to get what you really want in a home for a great price with very limited stress. And that's what Remington homes are all about.
Home building is easier with a Remington home from Aspen Builders at 423-6811. Online at remingtonlincoln.com. remingtonlincoln.com.
Hey, Nebraska sports fans. This summer, professional tennis returns to Lincoln. Watch rising stars of the ATP Tour compete for over $100,000 in prize money for the 2026 Lincoln Challenger from July 12th to the 19th. At the Sid and Hazel Dillon Tennis Center. Witness top tennis pros compete right here in Lincoln and experience tennis close-up like never before. To purchase tickets or to sign up for volunteer opportunities, please visit www.lincolnchallenger.com. Not just a stop, a stage. Lincoln Challenger 2026.
Hi, everyone. Kendall Warnock, owner of A1 Automotive. I want to personally thank you, our customers, for trusting us with your vehicle repair needs. Your support allows us to do what we love, serving people through quality automotive repair. If you're looking for a repair shop that values relationships as much as repairs, we'd love the opportunity to earn your trust. We have 2 locations here in Lincoln, 1117 L Street, 5110 State Hill Drive, and our newest location in Seward, Nebraska, 408 Main Street. Come see us, visit us online at a1autolincoln.com.
If you're seeking a career with a growing company, Gaina Trucking and Excavating is hiring and looking for additions to their team. Gaina Trucking has a strong team culture, competitive pay, 401ks, and benefits like health, dental, and vision. Drivers are guaranteed 40 hours per week, even in the winter months, and are home every night. Start your career today at Gaina Trucking and Excavating. Apply today at gainatrucking.com.
Are you ready for a new opportunity? Check out Sandhills Global. Join a dynamic team where your skills are valued and your career can soar. We offer full-time positions with a 4.5-day work week, competitive pay, excellent benefits, and a positive work environment. From IT and marketing to sales and finance, we're looking for talented individuals like you. Apply today at sandhills.jobs and take the first step towards an exciting future. That's sandhills.jobs. Don't wait. Apply now.
This summer, Salt Dogs fans are making history at Haymarket Park. We're celebrating 25 seasons of grit, grins, heart, and hometown pride. Lincoln, you built this stadium. You name this team. And season after season, it's you, the fans, that keep us coming back for more. So let our thank you be our promise. The best is yet to come. Your local tradition plays on. Get your tickets at saltdogs.com.
Hey, Husker Nation, this is Todd Euler, two-time national champion with Window World Lincoln. Are you ready to transform your home? We offer exceptional replacement windows, doors, siding, and roofing that will elevate your home's curb appeal and value. As a nationally known, locally owned business, we treat you like family and work tirelessly to deliver the best for less. Don't wait to give your home the upgrade it deserves. Contact Window World Lincoln today at 464-7313 or check out windowworldlincoln.com. Let's make your home the talk of the neighborhood.
If one of the things running through your mind as a business owner is the recurring worry of possible cyber attacks, you can let out a sigh of relief. Hamilton Business Technologies has you covered. As the official business IT partner of the Huskers, we offer real-time threat monitoring, advanced security protocols, and more to keep your data safe from harm. We care about the success of Nebraska businesses and communities like yours. Learn how we can help you at hamiltonisbusiness.com.
It's the best time of the year to order a new John Deere air seeder during Landmark Implement's early order program. Take your seeding performance to the next level with John Deere's advanced air seeding technology. Achieve precise seed and fertilizer placement. With innovative openers and section control, you can maximize efficiency and reduce input costs. Now is the time to lock in the best price of the year during Landmark Implement's air seeder early order program. Contact your local Landmark location for details and experience the Landmark difference.
When something breaks, you want someone you can trust to fix it right. Empire Repair is now open in Waverly and ready to serve our community with reliable auto repair and maintenance. From routine service to bigger repairs, our team is here to keep you on the road. Stop by Empire Repair in Waverly or call 402-786-2224 to schedule your service today. Empire Repair, proud to serve Waverly.
93.7 The Ticket is Lincoln's home for Kansas City Royals baseball in 2026. Catch all the action as Bobby Witt Jr., Salvador Perez, Vinny Pasquantino, and a pitching rotation led by Cole Reagans try to lead the Royals back to the postseason. That's Kansas City Royals baseball all summer long. On the air in Lincoln at 93.7 The Ticket.
We're on the air.
Back
Well, party's starting early today, isn't it?
to more of Early Break on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
One more segment to go before we hand things off to the drive. It'll be myself, Harrison Arns, and AD, but we can recap a little bit of College World Series. Before we do that, this segment is sponsored by Raising Cane's Chicken Fingers. Kick it with Cane's all tournament love with their chicken fingers, crinkle cut fries, and Texas toast. Raising Cane's Chicken Fingers, one love. And do check them out. Always phenomenal. The one place that was always open for me when I got done with my late night shifts was that Raising Cane's right down there. So shout out to those guys for feeding the hungry late at
that
night.
cane sauce. Oh, great stuff. I could bathe in it.
It is good. I don't know.
So good.
I don't know what it is. It seems like a simple ingredient or a simple recipe, but it hits every time.
Yeah. You get just, and you know what? Spend the money. When people ask like that, do you want to get an extra cane sauce?
Get the caniac.
Get the extra cane sauce. Spend the extra 50 cents, whatever it is. Just get it. It's gold.
It absolutely is. All right.
CWS.
We are sitting there, North Carolina and Oklahoma. They don't kick things off till Saturday, that one at 7 p.m. And then the game following it on the 21st, Sunday. And then the, if necessary, going to be on that Monday night. North Carolina, Oklahoma, the Cinderella Troy didn't make it through. Country Roads take me home. They are indeed going back.
I was pulling hard for West Virginia. That was my
too.
Team I wanted to see. The thing that's interesting about them is Oklahoma is somewhere. It's like their ERA is somewhere in the twos, and they're scoring like 10 runs a game. They're on a heater, and I believe they started 3 freshman pitchers in the season. I mean, it is, and those freshman pitchers, they were not relying on those guys heavily at all during the season. Talk about a team, how teams change and heaters. That's why a playoff in football is so valuable, because teams can change. They can get hot late. Just think about Ohio State losing to Michigan at Ohio State, and they come back and win 4 in a row.
Mm-hmm.
You know, you can get hot. There's different times. There's still an avenue where before Ohio State would have just been done. Wouldn't have made the playoffs. Been a horrible season. Think about it, they'd have been done. Instead, they get a chance to, like, Oklahoma's on a run right now. North Carolina's playing great, but Oklahoma's run is it's remarkable. The numbers are insane.
Well, that's their run's unreal. And also, I mean, it's the College World Series softball. You're going to equate it to those guys as well. It is one of the more, probably the toughest one to predict out of all of them. I'd say that even more so, because even March Madness, we usually have a good idea. You'll get to the end and you're looking at mostly 1 seeds, maybe a 2-3 seed. But the baseball, like even UCLA comes out of the gates. They lost to St. Mary's.
Yeah.
And then they get a rebound versus St. Mary's. They lose twice.
Yeah.
St. Mary's doesn't even make it out of that regional. So it's Cal Poly does. But yeah, St. Mary's take down the number 1 team in the country, not once, but twice. And then, of course, you had the Little Rock Troy regional. You had 2 Trojans going at it. It is by far, I think, one of the most unpredictable sports.
Oh, the number of top seeds that get eliminated is incredible. But watch this Oklahoma team. I've never heard, I talked to some of this about this other day. I have never heard the most compliments I've ever heard. Maybe I'm just in tune to it because of Blur and because of 93.7, the ticket being so tied into the College World Series. But you can listen to anybody, they're just in awe. They walk around Omaha and they walk around Schwab and they walk around and they're just like, they're in nirvana. And they're just like, this is the greatest place on earth. This is the greatest thing ever. And it's always been great, but people are just nuts. And there are all still some that the old time people go, you think this was something you should have seen Rosenblatt.
Yeah.
Because this, like, the people parking on yards, that was and they had to do what they did. So it's a classic example, right? It's like, okay, guys, we're not remodeling Rosenblatt. We're going to build something incredible downtown and be tied into the city. And that's what we're going to do. And it's worked brilliantly. It's right next to the hotels. But man, if you played back in the day, if someone said you could have won 1 championship, would you rather have been at Rosenblatt? Would you rather it would have been downtown at Schwab? I said, I wish it was at Rosenblatt, because that was something to see what that was like.
Yeah, I think the nostalgic of that place is always, and anytime you can get those venues where it just feels like
was there,
that.
Like 3 or 4 old bars right around there, but you parked in people's yards and they live for that.
Yeah.
Just like, yep, $25, just pull up. And you would park basically 5 feet from their front door.
It's similar to Lambeau Field.
Yes.
Like people, or the houses around Lambeau, like you can park on the grass and they'll be like, yeah, give me $20.
Yeah.
You can just sit here and come back or whenever. It is beautiful. I am glad that it does get the recognition every time we get this year because of bad weather. You always hear some people saying we should.
Weather's been so good. I mean, when you watch it, it's just like, oh wow,
it's been good.
Wow,
After regionals, it's been nice.
Yeah, potential of weather I heard this weekend. Let's talk about that tomorrow.
Yeah, we can definitely do that. We'll go ahead and wrap things up here. Appreciate all the ticket listeners for chiming in. We'll run it back.
There's a great bunch we had a ton of good texters today. And I think, but Styrofoam always does that. Styrofoam will always send things off the top.
Fear of the foam. What was it? Respect the foam?
What's that?
What was your
When you're
quote?
going to roam, understand the foam.
There it is. There it is from Bill Bush himself. I'm Harrison Irons. Appreciate everybody tuning in. Like I said, be sure to tune in back again tomorrow, 6 a.m. But we got the drive. Myself, Aaron Davis, coming up next.
You're listening to Early Break with Steve Sipple, Jake Sorensen, and Bill Bush. Sponsored by Anderson Ford on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Are you ready for a new opportunity? Check out Sandhills Global.